Sound Production.
Good evening, gentlemen. It is your boy Sirius. Welcome to my somewhat daily live stream. This is a topic that has been a long time coming because I'm definitely getting sick and tired of the ditzy behavior of modern women today because of the severe lack of accountability. Okay? Because at this point, I really do believe that they know what the fuck is going on. They just don't give a fuck. I repeat, they know what the fuck is going on. They just don't give a damn. Right? As long as it doesn't affect them personally, they don't give a fuck. And I definitely have a couple of videos to show you to prove it. Because once again, I don't even need to prove shit. There's thousands of channels similar to mine that has thousands of videos showing the atrocious behavior of modern women today. And they still want to act dumb and confused about what's going on. It's a very annoying behavior. It really is. The reality is right in their fucking faces on what's going on out there in the world. but they're too fucking dense, or they're just looking out for numero uno. So we will definitely get into the details because I got your boy, the one, the only Great Ghost with me. We're going to break it down Bonnie style. But before we begin, I'm gonna address chat. What's going on? Random Gen Z bastard, what's going on? What's going on, Lego? What's going on, David? Daxy Dog, once again, welcome back. Jabba these nuts was good. Nick Young, he says alpha's up, beta's down. That's my hey, you watch Dr. BOA, don't you? Yeah, he's a great content creator. Definitely speak about things that I've never even thought of. So yay, I'm glad that I found somebody that watches his content. Just some random guy, what's going on? Yes, I am here, the one and only skeleton. ZK Studios, of course. What's going on? Welcome back. D-Man was good. Did I miss anybody else? I probably did. Trog. Lodite. My bad if I butcher your name. What's going on, man? Yeetus, yes. Yeetus. And yes, Dr. BOA is definitely the man. IY fan, what is going on? He says it's like the whole Democratic Party. The conservatives act like they just don't know how they are wrong. They know they are rubbing not facing them. Yeah. And me and Gray will definitely get into the details today. Because at this point, I'm just outright annoyed. I am so annoyed. We're in the age of information. You telling me all these women that spends literally at least 8+ hours. I'm being generous. 8+ hours on social media, and they don't know what the fuck is going on? Yeah, bullshit. Iridium Kush, what is good? He says, hello, Yee, dropping a like. We'll be streaming myself soon. Hey, man, I hope you have a phenomenal stream. I honestly, it's been a while since I joined one of your streams. I wonder what you'd be talking about. I'm gonna have to join one of your streams in the future. Okay, well, I guess we pretty much caught up. We're good to go. And yeah, I agree. Women in general, but more specifically, model women, they don't give a fuck until it phases them themselves. I agree. Griffith, what's good? What is going on? But let me go ahead and add the one, the only Grey Ghost. What's going on, man?
Good evening. Oh, jeez. Keeping busy.
And ignore the white noise, gentlemen. That's just his like ridiculous V8 fucking engine he has in his computer. All right, ignore that. It's white noise. It's good for you. You know, you get used to it. If you want to support your boy Sir Yeetus, I forgot to mention that there's a link on top of the chat. Cash App / Sir Yeetus. Any type of donation is appreciated. Okay, it's all up to you. If you feel that my channel is worth investing in, I greatly appreciate it. But I want to play this video right quick. I want to play this video right quick because this is something that I saw on Hammerhand's channel yesterday. Shout out to Hammerhand. I was in my feelings and shit in the sense of the amount of misandry is allowed in society today. But as soon as a man has any little pushback, he's completely demonized. I'm sure most of you guys saw the video, but let me just bring it up again, just to show you what I'm really saying. And then we're going to get Grey Ghost thoughts. Actually, no, before we play the video, Grey Ghost, what is your overall perspective about what I'm talking about so far?
Well, by and large, yeah, unless it gets to them, they don't care. But at the same time, there's a lot of like they pretend to be dense, but they're not really that dense. They ask questions to things they already know the answer to. It's like the "who hurt you" question. They fucking know. They fucking know exactly why the hell the man is pissed off, but they can't say like, oh, I know why you're pissed off and you have every right to be pissed off, because that looks badly on them. He said they pretend to be sympathetic, they pretend to be ignorant. Yes, some of them are genuinely that stupid, but the problem is the ones that aren't that stupid pretend to be that stupid, and it's hard to pick out which is which.
I completely agree 1,000,000%. Gray is speaking facts right now. They literally don't want to put any type of accountability on themselves, right? Because remember, this is our motto: accountability is a woman's kryptonite. Instead of who hurt you, they're not going to say, "Oh, damn, the woman that you were with, she was a spiteful bitch." She ain't going to say that because that goes against the sisterhood, the hive mind mentality. So I definitely agree with what you're saying. Let me bring up this video right quick because this video definitely got me annoyed. Let me bring it up. All right. Do you guys see the video? Do you guys see it? Put one in the chat if you can see the video. I have to make sure. Put a one in the chat if you can see all this stuff.
Yeah, it's up on the screen on the YouTube stream.
I'm just making sure because StreamYard been fucking up lately. All right, yeah, so we're good. We're going to play it right quick, and I want to see you guys' thoughts in the comments.
This one is for all the men out there. If I catch you looking at me or another woman where you're looking us up and down and dressing us with your eyes, licking your lips, or saying anything, I will take you out. And not for dinner, I will murder you. You understand what I'm saying?
3.
Before I go on my rant, I'm going to let you go first, Gray. I'm going to let you go first. Before I go on my rant.
Why the fuck would I want to undress her?
Not what I was going for, but good point.
Like, bitch, you are a 6 at best. Far more likely to be a 4. I can get better. I can get better shit on the fucking internet for free. Why the fuck would I want your dumpy, made-up ass anywhere in my peripheral vision? Don't flatter yourself, honey. The only men that fucking undressing you with their eyes are the kind of dudes who are desperate for any physical female.
You gotta blame the simps, bro. Like, this is why I put simps on the top of my fucking shit list more than the feminists, because the simps encourage all this shit to happen, in my opinion, right?
Yeah, like I guarantee the only way that a dude is fucking looking her up and down is if he can't afford his OnlyFans subscription.
Oh man, the Gray's on fucking fire. Holy shit. We're gonna play. We're just gonna play it one more time before we get to the second half. Then I'm gonna go on my little rant right quick. Let's go ahead and bring it back. Bring it back. All right, we'll go through this one more time.
This one is for all the men out there. If I catch you looking at me or another woman where you're looking us up and down and dressing us with your eyes, licking your lips, or saying anything, I will take you out. And not for dinner, I will murder you. You understand what I'm saying?
3.
So, chat, I want to see your responses. What would happen if a man made a similar response about women? Please tell me. I want to see the comments. What will happen if a man came up on social media and say that shit about women? I can't even repeat what she said because my channel can be easily yeeted because I'm a man. But let me know. Please tell me. If a man said the same thing, what will happen? Because this is when I got beyond annoyed.
Yeah, well, straight up, you know that man, especially if you had the fucking idiot brain spasm to put his face on for that, he gonna get a visit from the popo.
Easily. Easily. See, it's one thing that Underground he got mad about his money being taken away from him from PayPal. All right. Imagine a guy just outright in his car, chilling, with malicious intent, saying the same thing that that woman is saying. Look at that.
Yeah,
Hold
like
on,
there'd immediately be comparisons to Elliot Rodger, guaranteed.
all right, let me see the responses. Do. Okay, Nolan. I'm pretty sure he's trying to say lynch mobs. I agree. Jail. Yep. Bane is right. Dragon install. We'd be dead or in jail. Yep. He will be in the ground. Yep. Jail. Terrorist threat. Doxing canceled. Oh yeah, lynch mobs.
Oh yeah, at the very least, his ass is fired.
Oh, at least, and that will be generous. He's gonna get a visit from some very nice Sims in black uniforms. Agreed. Lynch mob, publicly blacklisted. You go to jail.
He probably would actually get jumped too. Like, he'd probably get doxxed and jumped.
I'm guaranteed. There's a 99% chance that he would. Guaranteed. The Simpson White Knights will come to the rescue. Nick Young, he says SWAT team will be showing up. I agree. What else? Hold up. 6 feet under with no balls. Docs canceled, harassed. Your reputation demolished and possibly thrown in a pen. SWAT blackballed. So you guys get the gist of not only the double standard, but the misandry that is being widespread in society today.
Ooh, I like that one. Debanked. I like that one.
Where is it? Oh, right here. Pretty much, yeah. That will be one of many things that will happen to you. I agree. Like you'd be like, oh, what can I access my money? What happened? I definitely agree. But gentlemen, you understand the misandry that's being fucking rampant right now. It is out of control, and it's to the point where, like, how are they gonna put videos like this out on the internet? And she's not the only one. They are, I don't even know the exact amount. I guarantee you there's hundreds of thousands of videos. I'm being generous. Hundreds of thousands of videos with that type of attitude towards men. And then they act all shocked of why men ain't trying to fuck with them no more. She's talking about outright murder. Please, I would love somebody to come up to my fucking stream and say that I'm wrong. I dare you, because I'm ready for all the smoke. This is why I create fucking content, because of this shit right here. Me, fellow men that's in society today, and the future men of the future, I don't want them to deal with some bullshit like this. Well, what do you have to say about that, Gray? My bad. I don't know if I cut you off or not.
I just think it's like first off, I literally cannot take her seriously because just like so. Just the whole attitude there is like, am I supposed to be threatened or intimidated by this? On the other hand, I'm thinking like, so this is like all the worst aspects of some Yuri Yandere, except it's literally for every single woman. And except, okay, like now maybe I just don't have the vision for this. But when was the last time you saw a guy like look at a woman, look her up and down, and like lick his lips or some shit?
I haven't seen that shit since like fucking high school, bro. Like I had no man. Men are too afraid to even get to that. Maybe if they were like in a bar or in a club where shit gets very promiscuous. I have not seen a man like walk down the street like, look at that. Let me moisten my lips for a bit. Like, no, I have not seen that.
Like, I'll hear guys openly comment on a woman that they think is hot and subjective. They have lower standards than I do. But it's like, just fucking hard staring at a woman and licking lips. Like, that's not something that you just do subconsciously. I'm sorry, but I have never fucking looked at a hot woman, no matter how hot, and been like, yeah, I want a piece of that. Like,
No, I've seen
What?
I've seen women do that. Women do that.
that's the thing. I don't see dudes do that.
Yeah, I not once seen it happen since high school. One guy did it in high school, but it was like straight up intentional. He was trying to like.
But that's
get
the
some
thing. Like,
females.
it's an act that a dude puts on when he wants to freaking display something. He doesn't do that subconsciously or some shit.
I agree.
Meanwhile, you put two guys on screen in a vaguely intimate moment, and a woman's reaching out, shuddering like she's having a fucking orgasm.
Gentlemen, I'm telling you, if I don't know if you guys ever went through before, when a woman actually truly desires you, at least physically, they won't let you know. They will let you know. You will know. There's obvious signs, right? But once again, don't take it as 100%, right? Because women's feelings are fickle. But 9 times out of 10, if she truly desires you, she'll be doing all that shit, right? So I think the woman in the video is sure projecting, because I only see women, licking the lips and making sure they're. Oh, what's up?
What's the thing? Like, again, look at her. Who the what fucking dude is looking at her and thinking, "Oh yeah, I want to imagine that naked."
No, only desperate dudes.
No, like, that's the thing. Like you fucking look at that. Like, she is easily over 150 pounds.
No, I'll say go a little bit higher than that.
That's the thing. Like, easily over that. Now, I can't tell because she's wearing all this bulky fucking shit. But given like how she's framing herself there, like that is like she's got a fucking fat face, and she's got a freaking round ass body. You know that she ain't no fucking hourglass. That's a goddamn water balloon.
She's on that catfishing time, because I don't know what her body looks like. So yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So it's like no, dudes are not looking at you. Like, quite honestly, this is how she gets dudes to look at her and give a shit about her. She actually has to threaten them for them to pay attention.
See, I wanna dive into that in a bit later when it comes to attention, right? And this is why men in general are too afraid to even give majority of women attention anymore. And we will explain it later. We will definitely explain it. Let's go to the second half, gentlemen, because I know a lot of you guys already watched this video, but this is the whole premises of they know, but they don't care unless it affects them personally. Let's go to the second half of this video, and then we'll get Gray's thoughts.
3 days later.
Oh, hi. If you're a guy that's looking for a girl that's 5'11", almost 30, is pretty funny, but pretty damaged. She's got a great personality. I'm right here.
Fucking it, man. But let me hear your thoughts, because I already know you're about to go in. I'm gonna be right back.
What the fuck about her says funny? Like, there's a difference between people laughing with you because you're witty and clever, and people laughing at you because you're pathetic. And unfortunately, I know people who can't tell the difference. They genuinely think they're clever because they're basically retarded puppies, and people are laughing at them trying to be like real people. And then, like, kind of damaged, but a great personality. What the fuck, great personality? You're impulsive, violent, drama queen, damage. Like, where is the great personality and all that? All you have is funny, and you have given no proof that you are funny. You've just given proof that people might laugh at you because you think you're hot.
All right, I'm back. Hey, whatever you said, I completely agree. Because I'm telling you at this point, this is clear proof, gentlemen. You see how the goalposts move? This is a prime example of modern women moving the goalposts to fit their agenda. She was literally talking about murdering men. And all of a sudden, she's crying and lonely and looking for her fucking Prince Charming.
Yeah, like again, they trying and again, she lists the only positive thing that she says they're quantifiably positive is that she's funny. Which again, she might be so pathetic that people laugh at her, but she has not expressed any level of wit. Like anything that would be like, oh hey, that's a funny observation. I laugh at that. No. If people are laughing at you, it's because you said something and people think you're stupid.
Pretty much.
Yeah. No, and then on top of that, like, kind of damaged, but a great personality. What great personality? Like, everything that you've displayed here. Like, what's a great personality about that? You can't even quantify the individual, like, decentness. You don't even say a decent personality. You say a great personality. What the fuck is this great personality shit? And this is something that you're like, oh, well, you need to love me for the real me. I have a great personality. I'm a great person on the inside. You're overweight, which indicates a lack of discipline. You're highly impulsive and emotional, meaning I'll probably be subject to a fair bit of abuse. You made it to 30, and I know you ain't a fucking virgin. So you have terrible taste in men and no sense of consequences or accountability. You spread your emotions all over the internet for clout. Like, what? Oh, and not to mention, any commitment to you is a commitment to a long-term health risk. I mean, okay, hey, Yeetus. If you went up to a whole bunch of guys, let's say 1,000 guys, and you asked them, would you marry a woman who you know is going to suffer from debilitating amounts of cancer within 30 years?
Majority of them, I would say around 90% of them will say no. Because you already know that we got the Sims, but like
but here's the thing. But then you ask those same guys, would you marry a fat woman?
Oh fuck no.
But that's the same. But here's the thing. I'm willing to bet that those guys who say no to the cancer, a bunch of them would say yes to the fat woman.
Well,
It's
yeah,
like you're dealing with the same bullshit, guys. You're signing up for long-term health problems. It's going to be hospital visits, medical bills. You're going to have to pay for someone to look after her. Day-to-day life is going to be troublesome. She's not going to be able to participate in day-to-day life properly. I'm sorry, if someone's got to freaking take a heavy breathing just by walking around, you know they ain't going to do shit in the bedroom. And I'm sorry, I don't care if you got a foot-long schlong. It's going to feel like 3 inches after you get past the 9 inches of fat rolls to get to the actual opening.
That is true. That is true. And your grocery bill will be fucking through the roof.
I mean, my God.
But
like, especially these days. Oh yeah,
I
actually, funny thing, slight tangent on inflation. We were given some good news in Canada today.
What happened to Canada?
They like experts or whatever have apparently said that good news, inflation's expected to level off by 2024.
What?
Yeah, it's good news that we're going to see a continuous increase in prices for over another year.
Man, honestly, Gray, I do want to do a stream, but it would definitely have to be somewhere else on YouTube.
Yeah, no, I just heard that today, and I just had to get that out because
I know, but I want to go in about the 2020 situation and how they pretty much lied to all of us. And even though it's not, surprising, I do want to go in because I'm still a pureblood. So it's going to be a very interesting conversation. And believe me, gentlemen, I'm probably going to go on a full on tangent, like a full fucking. I'm gonna be pissed off because a lot of lives were ruined, a lot of lives were lost because of the 2020 situation. So I got something to talk about that. It includes anybody that was involved with the lockdowns. So
but yes, slight tangent. So yeah, a tangent, but like this again, you got this fucking land whale in her 30s, and you know that if she did actually manage to find a man to marry, she'd just get fatter. Like, this is her showing restraint and trying to be attractive, and you know she's gonna just give up as soon as that wedding cake passes her lips.
I agree, and I'm gonna play this video full because Dax the dog, he pretty much summed up how I felt. Okay, this chick was saying she was gonna murder my ass, and then she said she has not a good but a great personality. I want to watch it one more time, and then we're gonna move on to the next video.
This one is for all the men out there. If I catch you looking at me or another woman where you're looking us up and down and dressing us with your eyes, licking your lips, or saying anything, I will take you out. And not for dinner. I will murder you. You understand what I'm saying?
3 days later.
Oh, hi. If you're a guy that's looking for a girl that's 5'11", almost 30, is pretty funny, but pretty damaged. She's got a great personality. I'm right here.
That's still hilarious, that laugh. But gentlemen, do you see why I'm like so iffy when shit is about to get real? All these females are bombarding our spaces because that's literally how fickle they are. Before, they didn't give no fucks because they were living their best life. They didn't have to worry about no world war. They didn't have to worry about no economic collapse. But as soon as that shit is coming around, all of a sudden, she needs a man. And in fact, I'm going to ask Hammerhand if I can clip this video because this is literally one of the main reasons why the Manosphere exists today. And there's way more videos than this. So anybody that's trying to deny, oh, it's just a one-time thing, get the fuck out of here. There's countless videos similar to what she just made right now. And she's going to go off on camera in front of everybody and say, I will murder a man if he just looks in my direction.
Not even her direction. Any woman.
Or any direction. I agree.
Right? Like if he fucking looks at a woman and goes, damn! Apparently that's grounds for her to murder him.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not fucking around, gentlemen. Just
I mean, honestly, I think it'd be kind of funny to find her, like, and then intentionally look up and down at her and go, damn! And then just watch her. Wait for her to make a move. And as soon as she does it, self-defense.
Okay. Yeah, that is pretty funny. But at the end of the day, gentlemen, at the end of the day, there's countless videos out there saying that men are no good besides being a wage slave, going to war, and dying. To the point where she says that she will murder you. And then these women act all shocked that no man is nowhere to be found. This is what I'm saying, gentlemen. They act fucking stupid. It's so annoying to the point where I know they're doing this intentionally. This is the age of information. There's no way you are not noticing what the hell is going on. Okay, because if the Canadian Parliament got word of the MGTOW acronym, there's no way that you don't know in general about what the Manosphere is doing. There's no way. Because you are on your social media at least 8+ hours a day. You know what the fuck is going on. And it's only going to get bigger.
Well, and not just that they're on social media.
What's up?
They're on social media looking for men. Like they're not on social media like fucking looking up science shit, going through various documentaries on the cosmos, or searching for better business tips. No, they are searching for what women are saying and what men are saying about women.
And that pisses me off the most. But Dave Chappelle, he's the one that pretty much called it 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago, on his stand-up comedy, that women get advice about men from other women and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Okay, they clearly don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't. They don't understand men, and they don't want to understand men because guess what? They'll rather listen to a homegirl that never had a penis in her life, right? She never ever had to equip the wang, but for some reason she knows what a man is instead of listening to an actual man. But when a man explains, hey, me as a man, this is what I want in a woman, I'm a man, so automatically I'm wrong. Automatically, I don't know what I'm talking about. That's where the fucked up communication is coming from right now. They don't want to listen to a man because he's a man, but they will listen to their homegirls about what a real man is because she's a woman. What? Like, like, where's the logic? Well, you can't really expect logic at this point, but you guys get what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no. Funny thing is, I'm gonna just reconstruct a thing about the fashion industry. So the fashion industry sells the lie to a woman that if you wear this dress, for example, then you will look hot. The correct answer, whereas in reality, it's like, hey, women, if you look hot, then this dress will look good.
I completely agree with that.
Like, attractive people look good wearing anything.
But that's the thing, you know. Another situation. Men are not the one running around saying that, oh, you know, you should wear this, you should wear that, you know, oh, you don't look good in those heels. Oh, you need to wear different. Women are getting criticized by other women, but for some reason they like to attack men, right? Because men, it's an easy scapegoat for them. Like it's fucking insane. Men are the one that's making us get these BBLs and all these Botox in the. No, it's other women. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, like, guarantee, like, for all the women out there who are like, oh no, I need to have at least a D cup, men are pressuring me. Like, look, I can say with confidence, there's tons of men that are more than happy with a cup of any reasonable size. Now, personally, when it gets up to like fucking H cups and J cups, that's where I go, what the fuck?
You got some crazy genetics if she's still like skinny. I'm like, goddamn.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm gonna address our wife fan. He says, what do you think of forgiveness? I'm so tired of Christians, the right, the fence sitters saying we just need to forgive and move past because otherwise we are just as bad as no. I don't have to forgive you to be a good person.
Okay, then you know what? Then here's the counter. Here's the counter. It's like, okay, give me your wallet. Then forgive me for it.
Shit, I'll forgive you with the uppercut.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Like, it's, right, like, these people, like, they're calling for fucking forgiveness for harm done to you. They'd be like, you know what? I might. If I get to do harm to you without repercussions, starting with your wallet.
Hey, as long as I'm able to put harm back without any repercussions, hey, we're good.
No, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. It's like quite simple. Like, every single one of these fence sitters, very okay. In that case, if you are calling for forgiveness and you uphold the value of forgiveness, let's inflict some harm upon you and see how long that lasts.
It's very difficult for me to, how you say, if it's something like something heinous, don't expect any forgiveness from me.
Yeah, no, it's like all these people calling for fucking Amnesty for lockdowns. Like they were like, oh no, we need to forgive and forget for all the nasty shit we did. No,
I saw that.
you ruined lives. You killed a large number of people, including relatives. Emotional torture, stunted the growth of children, worsened the health of millions, and you want forgiveness. Why? Well, because now consequences are coming.
Oh, it definitely will be, you know? And White fan, it's your choice if you want to forgive somebody, but regardless if you forgive somebody or not, you should never forget. Ever.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, okay,
I won't forgive, but
let's make it very clear here. Your girl cheats on you. Do you forgive her?
fuck no.
That's the thing, because as soon as you do, then you've given the okay for her to do it. If you forgive the people who put harm upon you, then you are saying that it is okay for them to harm you.
I'll put it in my past because she'll be an
That's the thing. And all these fucking Christians, the right, and the fence sitters, guess what? They're all on the same team. They're all the controlled fucking opposition that are trying to run defense by pretending that they're on your side, that they're your friend, and they're going to appeal to your values so that they can, so that their friends, their real friends, the ones who back them, can continue harming you for their profit.
Agreed. I completely agree, 1,000,000%. Because, gentlemen, once again, I know everybody's different, but I highly advise that if they did something atrocious to you, if you deem it as something that is unacceptable, you don't have to forgive. Personally, you don't have to forgive them. Okay? But if you do, right? Hypothetically, if you do forgive them, you never forget. Just because you forgive them doesn't mean it's bygones be bygones. No.
And what the heck? Here's the what does forgiveness even mean in that context? Like, does it mean, oh, don't stew and rage and work yourself up into a fury over them every single day? Like, that's just
pretty much the chapter between me and you is closed. I'm about to move on with my life, but I'm not going to forget what you did. So I'm not going to, dwell in, some type of spite or grudge. I'm just going to do me, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to forget what you've done to me.
That's the thing. It's like, but what does forgive even mean? When people are saying like, oh, like forgive, you need to forgive them. What does that mean?
Pretty much.
What does that translate to practically? And maybe not when you say it, Yi, but when they say it, what do they actually want?
Like you said before, amnesty.
That's the thing. Like, they want no consequences for their actions. It's like, no. But you're not going to get away with harming me with no consequences. So if that's what you mean by forgiveness, then no, I'm not going to forgive you.
For me, it's like, I'm not mad at you anymore. Like that's how I interpret forgiveness to me. But I do see what you're saying of the perpetrators, how they perceive forgiveness.
Like, that's the thing. Like, forgiveness will mean something. Again, it's one of those vague words that they use to try to appeal to some kind of higher level of morality. But the question is, okay, well, what do they want? What are they trying to get me to do or not do? And if that is, they're trying to get me to not give them any consequences for their actions, if that's their forgiveness, then no, screw them. No forgiveness. None of their desire of forgiveness.
I'm gonna read a couple chats right quick because it caught my attention. Pharaoh Ravage, what's going? It's been a while. It's been a while since I saw your name, unless you've been pretty quiet. But he says forgiving isn't giving the offender a pass. It is to put your mind at peace. You don't have to forget, nor shouldn't you. Just boot him out of your life and have some self-respect. I agree because it's easy. It's easy to lower yourself to their level. Oh man, the things that I had to deal with in my life. There is a few instances where I can easily, like, how you say, I'm not going to get mad. I'm going to get even type situation. But I'm like, you know what? They're not even worth my time. So I do see what you're saying. And the other person says, hold up. I agree with Naga Min. He says they want a clean conscience. Oh yeah, the perpetrators, they want a clean conscience. They want to make sure that you are okay of what they've done to you. But I would never, ever want them to have a clean conscience. I want them to think about it. I want it to be a deterrent for them to not do it to me or anyone else ever again. I want them to continue to think about the atrocities that they've done. You know, pretty much like a hell on earth situation.
Yeah, I think it's like, you want that kind of forgiveness? Here's a knife. Pick a finger.
Oh yeah, today's society, they don't do eye for an eye anymore. Eye for an eye? Okay, then I'll be all right. You paid your dues.
Yeah, no, it was like, you want me to forgive you for cheating on me? All right. Left hand, ring finger, off.
Woo, that's crazy. But
Hey, unsuitable to be a wife. But you want me to forgive you? Let's see some freaking proof of your atonement right there. Because guess what? Forgiveness comes after atonement. I'm sorry is not atonement.
Well, just like people going to prison, right? You're not going to get a clean slate. And what I mean by clean slate is as long as you did anything like crazy. You're not going to do a clean slate until you atone for, your crime. You got to serve your sentence. You got to serve the time of what you've done. But if something's like crazy, like murder or, grape or something of that sort, that should never be atoned. That should never be forgiven. So it's a broad spectrum of forgiveness. It's something that I would love to deep dive in the future, because
let's see them forgive people that they outright hate. It's like, oh, you want me to forgive the COVID people? Okay, how about you forgive the Pinwheel Party?
I don't know what the Pinwheel Party is, but I'm assuming some atrocities.
The Pinwheel Party are the bad guys of World War II.
Ah, okay. Now I get it.
Yes.
Now I get it. I'm like, Pinwheel. Oh, okay, Pinwheel. But Pharaoh Rabbit, he says, sup, it's been a while. Work and life. Had my hands tied. Only so many streams I can catch from the brother. Hey, completely understandable. All right, we're all busy these days, especially with what's going on in the world. But we gotta get our bread up, because that's the only thing we can do to have a chance against this type of inflation that we're having. And they're already warning us, like what Gray said, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. So if you're single by yourself, you're not married or nothing, you have the best chance. You as a man, you have a best chance to survive this inflation. No boo thing that you have to take care of, no kids you have to take care of. If you only have to focus on you, you have the best possible chance to ride this inflation out. Believe me, things are cheap when you're by yourself. And when you have nobody to primarily take care of, still the inflation is hitting the single people as well. Like eggs and poultry and meats and stuff. The prices are getting ridiculous, at least in the United States.
Well, yeah. Well, here's the funny thing, though. For me, I hit the thing where it's okay, I gotta save money hard. So, I've dropped booze. I've been completely sober for a couple weeks now.
Hey, Gray, I'll be back once again. Give me 1 minute.
I think so. I dropped booze for a couple weeks. That freed up a lot of cash. Even with inflation, that frees up quite a bit. So, when you are alone as a guy, and you're not having to finance anyone else's unreasonable habits, like, you really don't have to give up that much. I mean, if there was ever a time to consider giving up smoking, I'd say it'd be now, because that shit is going to be expensive. I mean, that PK's Dag Den, yeah, still doing good after temporary pay cut and inflation. Like, that's the thing, like, guys, like, we can always go a little more minimalist. Maybe we downgrade, like, from like on-brand pasta to no-name pasta.
Agreed.
Like,
Right.
cut it. Like, maybe we do a little bit of the coupon clipping and try to stockpile stuff when it's on sale, rather than like just picking up like meal to meal. Maybe we adjust our meals so that they're not as complicated or intricate, and we get something a little bit simpler.
Oh, I've been going for deals left and right, man. I've been on that. Oh, you said it's 20% off? Too easy. Oh, if it's like if you get one item, the other one is half off. All right, too easy, you know?
Like,
And-
seriously, last week, legit, they were selling 8 liters of soda for $5.
In Canada?
Yeah.
Shit, I need to go to Canada.
It was a fucking like 1 week thing, but I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna carry 8 goddamn liters right the hell now, because like that's well over a week's supply, and fucking cheaper than normally what would last me like a week or like couple days. Okay, liters to gallons. Oh shit. I think it's like 1 to 2.5, so it's like a little over 3 gallons for $5, something like that.
Oh, that can easily last you, yeah, a week and a half. It depends on how much you drink soda.
Yeah.
Let me hold up, where you at? Radha, he says, not he, she, my bad. Blessing Sir Eudes. I'm like, hey, what is going on? See, she's one of the few that's not making a ruckus to the manosphere and not trying to act like she's the prophet. Hey, man, I can lead the way to the promised land. I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna lead us to the promised land and you're not a man? Radha, she's definitely one of the few that has never gave me a problem. So I got respect for her, no problem. Because I'm not the one that's saying that, oh, women can't watch our content, women can't do this, women can do. It's the ones that come up in here acting like they have the answers to the problems that they never experienced themselves. That's my issue.
Anyway, a couple things in chat. So, yeah.
Where?
So to Keegan Small, let me go. Christians and right wingers as pacifists. Fence is downright correct. I was responding to a comment that was directly calling out the conservatives, the Christian, and the fence sitters who were specifically calling out for forgiveness.
What's
I
his
wasn't
name?
lumping them all in as pacifist fence sitters. I was calling out the pacifist fence sitters who identify along those various lines.
Do you have to scroll up or what?
Yeah, you got to scroll up a bit.
What's his name?
Keegan Small.
This? Or is it
Further down.
further down?
9:07 p.m.
Oh, damn, you got the time, all that shit. Okay.
I'm just looking at the StreamYards thing.
Do. There.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, to go slumping all the Christians and right wingers as pacifists. Sorry, King, he's not wrong in my opinion. That's literally what's happening in our society today. They're the, how you say, the silent majority. And on top of that, in my opinion, Christianity has been corrupted.
Like, that's the thing. If you're going to find a Christian who actually adheres to the scripture, there's a really damn good chance they don't go to church.
No. And don't get me wrong, you don't have to go to church because you in my opinion, I do agree that your body is your temple. But I'm glad that the men that decided not to go to church anymore, because look what's going on with church today. They literally a few months ago had a drag queen go up into a church full of fucking high schoolers. Like, what the fuck? And then when you go into the church, you see nothing but rainbow fucking colored crazy shit. That's not
Yeah.
Christian. Didn't they say that is against what God wanted? Like,
That's the thing. Like, if you are public, like if you are a public figure who identifies as Christian, 99 times out of 100, you are a pacifist fence sitter who is all about forgiving the people who hurt you. Because quite frankly, if you were anything else, they'd be removing you as a public figure.
and I'm not saying that, I'm perfect, right? Of course, I have a good amount of flaws myself, like everybody else. All right, cool. I understand that. But what I'm trying to say is, at least in my opinion, Christianity as a whole, in general, lost its way. And there's plenty of hell, I can bring up Andre Chronic's Bible video. He will explain it a lot better than I will.
But yeah.
The only religion, in my opinion, in general, has not been corrupted yet is Islam.
Yeah, and the key word is yet, because they're again, if Christianity's at stage 5 cancer or stage 4 cancer, Islam's at stage 1.
Oh, definitely.
Two words, yeet. Female imam.
I was just about to say that. I was so shocked when I saw it myself. I'm like, this has to be in America. And then when I looked it up, it was in America. Because ain't no way in hell that will happen in the Middle East.
Well, they can drive, so again, it takes time.
Well, see, the thing, okay, so when it comes to based on my knowledge, right? I'm not like an expert on the Abrahamic religions, but when it comes to the Quran, it's pretty strict on both sides, not just women, but men as well. And as long as they adhere to the Quran and their rules and stuff, their relationship works out pretty well.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The Christianity used to be just as pious. Like here's the difference. If you fuck around with religion in the Middle East, there's severe consequences for it nowadays. There are no severe consequences for fucking around with the Christian religions in the West.
Yeah, just imagine running around Saudi Arabia with a rainbow flag, rainbow shirt, rainbow shoes.
No, that's the thing. Hey, World Cup. They all you had to do was threaten the freaking soccer team with a yellow card, and they were like, "Oh, well, rainbow armbands aren't going on now. I'm not gonna risk having my career even slightly inconvenienced over this shit."
Yeah, that was so weird. Like, I think it was mainly Germany, the one that's trying to be all political about that. Why can't you guys just play soccer? Why do you always got to say, "Oh, look at all the rainbow shit I got on"? Like, yeah, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Win that trophy. Like, what the fuck? This is a very important event that only happens every 4 years. And you hear jump, "Oh, look at me. Oh, look, all that rainbow. Like my Instagram, like my Twitter. See, look, I'm for you guys." What the fuck?
Well,
Crazy.
let's be honest here. What do all of these athletes, what do they make more money off of? Winning games and being good at the sport, or corporate sponsorships?
Sponsorships.
Yeah. That's why it matters more to them. They make more money by being more appealing to companies that are trying to sell shit, like, rather than, actually being good at the fucking sport that they're being paid to play.
Well, Germany was sent home anyway. I'm pretty sure they were sent home. They didn't make it.
Yeah, well, that's the most recent thing I think was with the U.S. and the World Cup, but it was held in a Middle Eastern country, so yeah.
That's like
the
worst thing you can do, man.
Yeah, like they were just told, like, look, it'll be a yellow card and you'll probably get assaulted by the locals. And they're like, well, I'm not wearing this on the field. Total shame, out of my hands. So, yeah, these people, they don't actually give a shit. They are only pretending to support this kind of crap to promote their own brand. They don't actually give a rat's ass. As soon as there's actual consequences, it all disappears.
I agree, man. I agree. But ZK Studios, he says, I spend $20 on groceries. It can last me 3 weeks max. Discounts and searching shelves are worth it. I'm Canadian, by the way. I completely agree.
That's impressive.
Like,
you must be getting some, like, pretty good shit, because I can't get, like, 700 grams of ground beef for under $12.
If you're used to eating the same thing every day, my thing will be, I'm just saying, just the main things. It will be eggs, chicken, and rice. I know you got to add some veggies there in the future, but I'm just saying, if you just got to make something to get you by, eggs, chicken, and rice.
Yeah, I can't do the rice anymore because it's too dehydrating.
I've never heard somebody say that before. What do you mean by that?
No, I mean straight up, man. Like, I had rice for lunch during like a hot summer's day, and I was drinking like a gallon plus of water, and all the rice in my stomach was absorbing it, and I literally suffered from dehydration and passed out.
Do you eat white rice, brown rice?
It was white rice. Brown rice just passes right through you without digesting, so it's useless.
So, are you the person that doesn't really eat carbs then? Protein and fats.
The copious amount of pasta I consume would say no. I do eat a fair bit of carbs.
Okay.
Like, that's the thing. It's not the carb thing. It's the rice specifically.
So you used to eat mashed potatoes and all that other stuff?
Oh yeah, like mashed potatoes, pasta, just not rice, because rice specifically like absorbs all the water you drink. So if you need to stay hydrated while doing a lot of physical work, rice is terrible for you.
Hey, Aerodynamic says rice doesn't dehydrate you. Who knows? I don't know what's going on in his body, so only he knows. I don't know. Like, once again, people, they tend to get some weird reactions to certain things. So
straight up, like, I didn't understand the cause. I talked with the other guys. They said, and they saw me eating rice, and they knew that was a bad idea at the time. So subjective though it may be, I'd say, like, best thing you can do, next time you go out on a hot summer's day and you got to do physical labor that requires you to be constantly hydrating in 30+ degree weather, try eating some rice, see what happens. Make sure you got someone else there in case you pass the fuck out.
I see what you're saying. We're going to have a lot of dietitians in this chat. We will talk about it a bit. But Under Chronic, he says, and welcome Under Chronic, welcome. He says, I just eat roadkill and grab giant water jugs from the ripped dudes carrying them. Zero cost diet. Okay, Under Chronic. I guarantee you don't eat roadkill. No.
Have you not seen some of those shows where they literally show you like how to prepare roadkill?
Yeah, I have seen it, and in my opinion, I think it's disgusting because, and don't get me wrong, like, if you have no other choice, go for it. But if you do have a choice, definitely don't get something that's been out for like a couple of days.
Why would you? You know, if you get something that's out for a couple of days, like, honestly, if it's been out for a couple of days in the hot sun, like, I'm sorry, like, maybe down in, I think in the south there'd be more predators, Around here, you don't get roadkill on the street for freaking 48 hours without something coming by and eating it.
Well, I'm just letting you know right now, the people from the South, they definitely take the gamble of things that have been out for a day or two.
That's the thing. As far as I'm concerned, well, maybe, but as far as I'm concerned, if you're monitoring the road, you can probably get something that's been killed within the past hour.
Under Chronic, he says, nothing is better than a possum when it's been marinating on the asphalt for a couple. All right, Under Chronic. All right. He's definitely trolling at this point.
Well, again, he is a zombie, and so, like, they don't have to be as selective with their diets.
Asphalt age, I guess, according to Chronic.
I mean, at that point, it's basically jerky, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. But the main thing that I'm trying to show you, gentlemen, let me go to the next one because I gotta share this one. Let's share this tab instead. All these ads, what the fuck? Okay. Can you guys see it? Put a 1 in the chat if you can see it. I just gotta make sure. Put a 1 in the chat.
Yeah, I can see it on the YouTube side.
Okay. Oh shit. God damn it. Got so many goddamn ads. All right, so we good. All right, we're gonna read this right quick. Connecticut socialite. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Socialite. It means like someone who just goes around to a shit ton of parties and is all about schmoozing the local, like, people scene. It's basically someone who doesn't work but goes around and talks a lot to people. Think like nobility, where they don't have actual jobs and they literally just go to party after party schmoozing with the locals.
Okay, I'm definitely going to address this right quick, gentlemen, because this is the obvious double standards that women don't want to talk about. They always want to say that, oh, men are predators, men are creeps, men are that. But I fucking rarely hear modern women call out their fellow women for being a predator themselves. So let's go ahead and read this. The title says, Connecticut socialite Haley Palmer sentenced on voyeurism charges for secretly filming minor. What the fuck does that even... What does that even mean? Okay, let's go ahead and read this. And this is the perpetrator, if you guys don't know. That's her. This chick right here. It says, a wealthy Connecticut woman went from socialite to registered sex offender Tuesday when she was slapped with a 1-year prison sentence for secretly filming a minor and other people at her ritzy seaside mansion. Gentlemen, she only got 1 year, and I highly doubt that she will serve the entire year. What do you think is going to happen if a man did the same thing? What do you think is going to happen?
He's going to get more. He's going to get more than a year, and he's going to be labeled with the kind of stuff that keeps him away from elementary schools.
Completely agreed. And it says, Haley Palmer, 54, will have to spend 10 years on a sex offender registry for 20 years. Oh, no, not 20 years. And 20 years on probation after copying a plea deal and admitting to the charges in January, even as details of her case have mysteriously been kept from the public view. So why was her case kept from the public view? Let's keep reading. Palmer didn't speak at her sentencing at Stanford Superior Court except to answer yes and no questions, but her lawyer called the punishment just. Bullshit. It says she's taking responsibility for her actions. Defense attorney Michael Meehan said of Palmer, who already did 90 days behind bars. This is a very caring, loving, and sincere human being.
And the Oscar goes to...
Jim, my blood is boiling right... Okay. You go first, Greg, because my blood is boiling right now.
Yeah. I gotta actually see if I can find this back in the day, because I remember when I was young, like young enough to need a babysitter. Like she had this detective board game like really in-depth stuff. And the one mystery that I pulled was a murder whodunit. And I went around and we were looking for all kinds of clues. And everything that me and my friends were finding, one of the suspects was a woman, but everyone said that she was kind and sweet and generous and just unending praise. So, of course, being kids, we take them at their word and start looking around everyone else. Turns out that was the killer.
Man, this is what I'm talking about, gentlemen. This is what I'm talking about. She was secretly filming minors. And then the defense attorney has the balls to say that this person is a very caring, loving, and sincere human being.
Now, to be fair, that is the defense attorney's job, to lie through their teeth to do whatever they can to get their client off scot-free.
Well, he better be sick to his fucking stomach after he said that shit.
He's a lawyer.
Lawyer or not, I'm just saying. He better be having some fucking haunted memories of this shit because of what she did. I know he's doing his job, but morality-wise, I hope he's fucking haunted on this shit. This is mad fucking sus.
I'm pretty sure that there's a complex ritual that is performed like at midnight under a blood moon with a whole bunch of people in robes to extract your morality from you as part of your bar exam.
I guarantee you there's some crazy fucking ritual because ain't no like I can't defend somebody like this.
Hey, producer Tim, if you're in the chat, what certification do you have to get exactly to qualify for the soul extraction procedure?
I'm gonna continue reading this right quick because it's gonna be a minute. The disgraced socialite was seen before entering the court embracing and kissing an unidentified man. Fucking simp. She cried and wiped away tears before entering the courtroom and was later escorted out in cuffs. The unidentified man left court and covered his face with a hood. He didn't answer questions from news photographers, can't even read today, outside the courthouse. Palmer, a mother of four which makes it even fucking more disgusting. Palmer, a mother of four who comes from a wealthy family, admitted she filmed people who were naked or in their underwear from 2017 to 2018 with the intent to arouse or satisfy the sexual desire of such person, which is herself, or any other person.
So that's the thing. Like, she gets charged with voyeurism, even though, like, I don't know exactly what you'd call it, but it is the creation of downright illegal imagery. I don't think that voyeurism is the kind of charge a man would be slapped with. Like, that's the thing. There's another charge, and I'm trying to avoid all the words that'll get Susan's eye on this. I guarantee you that a man would not be charged with that kind of crime. He'd be charged with a severely harsher crime and probably end up full of stab wounds with, I'd like to describe exactly how they defined him, but
okay.
I'll hold back for the sake of the algorithm.
Why, thank you. Yeah, you're not being too base. Thank you very much. But let's continue. Despite pleading guilty on January 19 to 3 counts of voyeurism and risk of injury to a minor, further details of the accusations against her remain shrouded in mystery. Palmer's case file remains sealed in a move that open government advocates call highly unusual. The Associated Press argued that Palmer's records could have been made public with the names of victims redacted or changed to fake names to protect their privacy, as is typical with Connecticut sex crime cases. But Judge John Blawy opted to keep the details of the case largely out of the public view. Why? Why?
Probably because a whole lot of palms were greased.
Motherfucker. Yeah, I agree.
Like it's a wealthy person. Like that's the thing. It's a wealthy person. Judges are typically wealthy people. She's a socialite. I guarantee you that they have been to the same parties.
Now that you mention it, I agree with that. Guaranteed. Because there's no fucking way. There's no way that that judge will have that same type of feel for other people outside of a circle. Especially men outside of a circle.
Yeah, no, like if it was some fucking broke ass hobo with a cell camera doing that in an elementary school park, he would not be this lenient. That man's fucking face and every single detail would be plastered out there. No, they're either friends, have a bunch of blackmail against each other. He could be downright implicated in the details for all we know, or a whole bunch of palms were greased with some green oil.
Oh shit, man! It's ridiculous at this point because right now it says although he rejected a defense request to close the court during portions of the sentencing and trial, Palmer was arrested in October 2021, and she was quickly accepted to an accelerated rehabilitation program, which requires that cases be sealed. What kind of what? Let me read it one more time. Palmer was arrested in October 2021, and she was quickly accepted into an accelerated rehabilitation program, which requires that cases be sealed. But the charges against her were so serious, she should have been ineligible for the program. So, like what you were saying, Gray, she was definitely rubbing elbows with the people that was in charge of a trial. What do you have to say about that?
Nah, like straight up, this it's the nobility 2.0. They're all in on this. Like, because here's the thing, because if you were to do a thorough investigation on this, you wouldn't just be looking at her. You'd be getting the guest lists for all these parties. You'd be pulling her emails apart and seeing what all of her contacts are. You'd be getting all of her passwords and combing through her computer to find everyone that she fucking sent this to, because guaranteed, this is not just for her. This ain't just for her. This was distributed. And then, whose kids are these? Where the heck are the parents? Because did parents bring their kids to these locations? How much did they know? Like, that's the thing. I'm willing to bet that most of her social circle is implicated in this shit. And
I'm not surprised whatsoever, man. And to finish this off,
she was caught, and she's probably just the scapegoat for a much larger ring of this kind of shit.
Pretty much on some Epstein shit. I agree. But to finish this off, it says the two highest charges against her: employ a minor in the obscene performance. Bro, what the fuck was she doing? And possession of CP were dropped as part of her plea. Okay. Oh, wait. I didn't even realize. Wait, hold up. Give me a second. God, motherfucking fuck. Let me repeat it. The two highest charges against her: employing a minor in the obscene performance and possession of CP were dropped as part of her plea deal. Gentlemen. What?
Yeah, so far as I'm concerned, the judge that approved that, they're in on it.
Oh, okay. The last fucking sentence explains everything. Palmer is the daughter of hedge fund founder Gerald Fine and is in the process of divorcing venture capitalist Brett. So she's in the process of a divorce, and she is a daughter of a very, very, very wealthy guy, multi-billionaire. No wonder that this is what I'm talking about, gentlemen. This is what I'm talking. Don't get me wrong. I understand that having financial influence definitely played a part. But even if she didn't even have the money, I guarantee you she would still have way less time than if a man did the same thing. Oh man. See, this is what I'm talking about, gentlemen. There is no uproar about this. There is no uproar about Balenciaga. There's more shit coming out about that company right now. And it's just getting worse. But there is no outrage about that. But there's some outrage about people not being able to wear rainbow fucking colored clothes at a football game. There's all this shit that's going on right now in our society today, gentlemen. And it's right here on mainstream news. But the focus is about things that shouldn't even be an issue. Children that are obviously in danger. Once again, I talked about this yesterday, Gray. The Balenciaga situation, I never thought in my wildest years, that content, I never thought that it would become mainstream. And now there's another article that I found. I never thought it would become mainstream. And nobody's making a big deal. Nobody. But, oh, I can't wear rainbow flags. Oh, the audacity. Oh, the tragedy. Oh. You see how fucked up society is getting right now, gentlemen? You see how fucked up it is? And as soon as people that wants to have enforce morality, ethics, principles, values, we get immediate pushback. We get immediately shut down. And this is mainly for men. Men that actually has some type of dignity and self-respect get shut down immediately. Just so shit like this can run amok. What did I say about that, Gray?
I think part of it too is that CP is the one thing that, like, you know how it used to be, like, don't talk about like politics, religion, or sexuality. Well, now all that shit is on the table. That's a common argument. But if you want to immediately make everyone uncomfortable and go quiet, you bring up CP. I think that's basic. Like, that's what it comes down to. Is like, it's a position that a lot of people are not comfortable having a discussion with. It is the last thing that polite society doesn't want to talk about. And also because a lot of people, they don't want to take that kind of stand against it. Because, like I've genuinely, unironically heard people say that Twitter is worse right now, that Musk has got. It's like, he's taken off all the CP. Well, like, yeah, but he let a bunch of people back on. Like, so it's more important to people that Twitter remains a hive mind of like-minded thought, even by someone who will acknowledge that Twitter is a dumpster fire hellscape and was before Musk got it. But they're they're more concerned about that than.
I just noticed I was on mute the entire time. My bad, y'all.
Yeah.
I just noticed. But at the same time, I don't think it's all about they don't want to talk about it, they don't want to do this, all that. No, truly, I believe that for the most part, society is getting used to the degeneracy. We get into the normalization phase right now when it comes to this crazy fucking map CP nonsense. And that is beyond concerning. Because this shit is mainstream news. Mainstream. and nobody's making a fucking big deal. But as soon as somebody can't wear a fucking rainbow, whatever the fuck it is,
That's the thing. Like mainstream.
What's up?
Okay, because you got to remember, most people don't read.
I agree, but it's still on YouTube as well. Another
No,
platform.
okay,
You don't
no.
have to read.
It ain't mainstream until it's on the 6 o'clock news.
I thought it was on the 6 o'clock. Well, okay, never mind.
No, the Balenciaga stuff,
I thought it was
no. No.
because it's a gigantic scandal because it involves Kim Kardashian. I thought it made it to me in mainstream news.
Not where I'm at. I haven't heard a word of it on. Now, the thing, it might be some U.S. stuff, maybe, but I have not heard any mainstream news outlet run a TV segment about it.
Well, not a TV segment, but at least talking about it on the news.
No, they're not. I haven't heard any. Like, I have not heard or seen. And admittedly, I'm not searching for it, but I haven't heard or seen any mainstream news give a report on the Balenciaga stuff that you wouldn't need to read or need to be looking into. At the very least, like the Lotus Eaters, like if you don't know who Sargon of Akkad is, you're not going to know shit about Balenciaga.
Well, I have seen it on Fox News, and I wasn't even searching for it either. It just popped up about the situation.
Okay, was that on the website though, or was that an actual segment?
An actual segment. There were two people talking about the scandal.
Okay, and then keep in mind that's Fox News.
Well, of course they're gonna go after the that radical liberal shit.
Like that's the thing, but like, no, I'm talking like it's got to go on CNN. Keep in mind, that's the majority of the fucking brain dead population. They turn on CNN and listen to it like it's fucking gospel. They won't admit that they do that. They don't think of themselves as doing that, but they do that.
It will eventually, because right now Balenciaga, there's still more stuff coming out, which I will not talk about on the stream because it's definitely not good. But there are definitely there's a lot of skeletons in the closet, and I guarantee you eventually it will make it mainstream news. The fact that Balenciaga deleted multiple of their social media accounts, it'll make it mainstream. Just give it time, gentlemen. It depends on how many people wants to air out their dirty laundry. It's going to happen.
And then it's going to be presented in such a watered down and tame way, and they're probably going to blame reactionaries for it.
Well, I'll give the information to Kanye. Shit, he won't give a fuck.
No, you aren't aware that Kanye has made a statement on Balenciaga?
Well, I know that his ex-wife was the face of it, or like not was.
Yeah,
but
no, Kanye straight up said like people shouldn't go after Balenciaga in a witch hunt.
What? Kanye, what the fuck? Okay, never mind. Hey, chat, I'm going to address this super chat right quick. Nick Young, thank you very much for the generous donation. And if you want to support your boy, there's a link on top of the chat, Cash App /SirUdis. Any type of donation is appreciated, okay? No pressure, no nothing, okay? You can just sit there and watch. If you believe that this content is good enough for you to invest, I will greatly appreciate it. So, back to the topic at hand. Yeah, it's not actual mainstream news about what happened with Balenciaga, but it will get there eventually. Because once again, this is still fresh per se. And I know there's a lot of people, I guarantee you there's a lot of people involved that are powers to be up there with the elites. So,
Definitely. And here's the other thing. It's a fashion brand that quite honestly I had never heard of until this scandal.
I agree.
Last thing, they're not exactly a household name. You say, hey, Balenciaga unleashed a fashion shit that had some sus material, and most people go like, who's Balenciaga? At least most of the people that I would encounter on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, it's only for the rich people, pretty much.
Well, yeah. So, but if this was done by, let's say, Old Navy,
Yeah, it'll be splattered like everywhere.
like then at the very least, like you get some people's attention. Like you get most people's attention.
I'm gonna address this right quick. Dragon install. He says would invest, but bro, once again, it's all up to you. If you can't, or you just choose not to, it's no big deal. Okay, I know that shit is getting ridiculous when it comes to the economy. So once again, I just want you guys to listen to what me and Gray have to say. That's the biggest thing at the end of the day. Okay, because the funds are only going to invest into like more art and more all that other stuff, right? Because I'm focusing on Yeetus' news. So don't worry about it. I don't care. Don't worry about it, bro. But what were you saying, Gray?
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like Balenciaga, it's such like they're so far away from it that quite frankly, I don't think that it would have even reached the level of popularity or it wouldn't have gotten as widespread if Kim Kardashian wasn't promoting it.
Agreed. And once again, the fact that it took her a minute, right? I think it was a couple days or a few days for her to respond to the accusations, right? Which turns out to be real. You know, that gives you a big old like, like what's going on? Did you hear about the sculptures that were made associated with Balenciaga?
Yeah, no, I've seen that there's some new updates and how it's gotten worse, but quite frankly, I got home, I got groceries, I made dinner, I made the thumbnail.
Oh, this
I passed out for like 30 minutes and then I got in here. Like I do not have time to keep up with all the crazy bullshit. I really don't.
No, I don't have time either, but I'm just saying that it popped up a couple days ago. So I'm not going to talk about it here. I'm just saying there's a lot more shit that was revealed about Balenciaga. Like shit that I have to talk about on the alt tech. Because it's bad. It is very bad. But at the end of the day, right now, when it comes to what I'm trying to address today, when it comes to modern women, they know what the fuck is going on. There's no way they can't know what the fuck is going on. Because not only the one video and the one article that I pulled up, that's just two sources of information. Look at the multi-billions, because I will say it's billions at this point, of videos of modern women actively bragging about the atrocities that they've done with their own lives and towards men. They brag about it openly. And then they turn around and act all shocked and confused and crying and bitching and moaning where there's no quote unquote good men to be found after they're done riding the carousel.
It's like, no, they could be found, but they're avoiding you. Like they know what you look for now, and they are purposefully not dressing like that. Like they aren't driving around in freaking Lamborghinis. They ain't driving around in a fucking brand new Mercedes. Nah, they're getting like a fucking 05 Hyundai or whatever. They ain't driving Teslas. They're getting their they're getting the clothes from Salvation Army.
He says, but you don't even use alt tech. I have Odyssey. I was
Mao, everything's mirrored to Odyssey from here.
I was gonna use Rumble, but Rumble used PayPal. So I'm like, I don't know about that. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Because once again, I don't want to get fined $2,500 if they don't like what I have to say.
Yeah. No, we gotta like I'll look more into this Streamlabs integration stuff. I did a bit of a test run on my Elden Ring stream and looks promising. So if we can figure out the donation system there, should be able to make it work and be able to bypass PayPal.
Completely agree, man. I already have Streamlabs downloaded as well, so I should see what I can do with that one. Because it's definitely an invest. If I can invest the things that I put on StreamYard and then just transfer it to StreamYard. Not StreamYard, Streamlabs. I need to transfer it from one thing to another because I can get a lot more off of Streamlabs.
Well, Streamlabs will integrate your OBS stuff. It'll copy all your settings from there. So,
right. Do you want to do a couple call-ins?
Well, we were just gonna go for an hour tonight. So,
What time? Oh shit! What the fuck?
I knew that we'd go longer than that, but yeah, we already hit the freaking hour and a half mark.
Okay, at least like 1 or 2 calls and make it short. That's it.
All right.
Because they have been saying, "Hey, can we do a call in?" We'll make it short though. I want to see what you guys' perspectives are. Go ahead and join this stream if you guys got a couple of things to say, and I will address another super chat through Cash App. Thank you very much, Das Dog, for your donation. He says, "Just dropping my boy another dime." Yes, you have been very consistent with the donations, man. You are definitely one of the OGs helping this channel get on its feet. So I definitely appreciate it. Once again, I do have Discord, but there's a lot of shit that Discord needs to be fixed about. Discord is annoying. But I will definitely get it to tip-top shape by tomorrow, and I'll invite even more people into the server. So no worries. I made you a mod, Ghost. I think I did.
Yeah, I'm a mod here.
Okay.
Oh, on the channel. Oh, on your channel.
Oh, not the. Well, I can make you a mod on this channel, but I'm talking about Discord.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the collaborator category. So.
What the fuck? He should be okay. I'll definitely fix that tonight. But I'm gonna add the one, the only Brandon Trueblood. What is going on?
Oh, you guys should all donate. Donate to Sir Eunice. Donate. Hit the Cash App button. Hit it before you die.
It's a Cash App button before you die. What?
It's the new chain letter.
It's a new chain letter.
You need to donate $7 and send the link to 7 other people, or you'll die in 7 days.
Honestly, we can make Brandon Trueblood as a meme. Like, a lot more people will be coming to the stream. Like, who's this Brandon Trueblood? He says I have to die if I don't donate to you, Sir Yeetus. They see a flaming skeleton. Like, they'll be so confused. Like, what is going on? But I'm going to add Mochi Alex. Mochi Alex, what's going on, man?
Hey, Edith.
Yeah, what's going on with you, man?
Pretty good. Have funny though, man. Those videos, I went because I have stuff to do. But like I watched the beginning with a video of that woman. It's funny. It's funny.
Which one?
The one that like a Hammerhead video.
Oh, that one. Yeah. God, she annoyed me so much because she's talking about outright murdering men.
Yeah, no. Like, I don't know. My thing with talking good or that type of good thing, I'm tough. When Diamond do move or do something, guess who bucket first?
Oh,
That woman.
pretty much.
Like, okay.
She's going to have a very lonely road ahead of her, especially when she exposes herself as a hardcore misandrist. She hates men so much.
Yeah, no.
She's gonna be single for a while.
Like, let's be honest. If you're gonna be with her, you better be into CBT.
What
Oh,
can
you-
Simon say? What can Simon say? Get a
What?
dog? That's what Kevin
Get-
Simon say.
Yeah, Kevin Samuels said, "Get a dog, die alone."
Yeah.
And that's what she. Hell, I don't even think that she'll be able to keep her dogs for long. Like right now, and it's something I want to talk to you for a bit, Ghost. But hey, Mochi Alex, do you want to say anything to the chat right now when it comes to this topic? Like, what do you want to say?
Hey, beware of the misandry chicks because like those chicks will somehow get you in jail or somehow beat you up or they're gonna hurt your feelings if you're strong, if you're weak man. That's all I gotta say.
Agreed. If you're weak, you kind of deserve it. If you're a weak man, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. You need a personally, as a man to man, I'm talking to anybody in the chat. You need to step your game up if you're running around here getting disrespected by women left and right. So
I laugh
let's
at them.
like let's be honest, guys. It can either hurt now, or it can hurt worse later.
completely agree. But thank you very much, Mochi, for joining, and join tomorrow because I will be doing the stream tomorrow.
All right.
All right. Peace out. So this up there, what I wanted to talk about, I want to talk to you about something. Fuck. I did say I want to speak on a certain topic.
Hmm.
I don't remember. I'm lost. Whatever. One more person. I'm gonna add Dax the dog. What's going on, man?
What is going on, gentlemen? Puniti as always.
Always.
Puniti.
Puniti. What is going on? Oh, thank you for the super chat, man. I greatly appreciate it, bro.
Oh, you're very welcome, sir. And it's always a pleasure to be a part of this. I actually wanted to speak about. So, someone in the chat mentioned earlier, and they brought up a really good point, is that women don't accept accountability because they don't have to accept accountability.
Can you elaborate on that? Like, give any examples? Just for the chat. Just for the chat.
No, certainly. Because women throughout history have always gained a certain comfort in the fact that men will always be there to defend them from any sort of danger, in a sense, whatever that danger might be. In today's world, it's, pushback from, dudes like ourselves who are like, oh, well, we call out women on their bullshit, etc. Simps of today will, gladly defend women from any sort of accountability whatsoever. If we're here in this live chat, criticizing women, we would have, simps calling in saying, oh, well, you're just a misogynist, you hate women, etc., etc. How is this directed at the women? It's not directed at the women, it's directed at us, because, we're the ones calling women out on their bullshit. It doesn't register. We're saying, hey, women, you need to accept accountability for this, and simps are defending them, saying, no, it's not their fault. They don't know any better. You get what I'm saying here?
Well,
Right.
I think we might be able to find a bit of a compromise here. Just new thought came to mind. How about every simp that wants to defend a woman, it's like, okay, you know what? I'll forgive her, but you have to take the punishment in her place.
Yes.
They want a white knight. It's like, okay, you know what? She's done a whole bunch of stuff that implicates her in CP. Okay, you know what? Here, you get the CP charges. You get your name slandered everywhere. You're the one who's not allowed in elementary school, and you're going to prison with that kind of reputation.
And Dex, you need to understand that when it comes to the man versus, because I hate the stupid ass argument, and I know that you probably heard it within your lifetime multiple times about, oh, women have it harder than men. Women have it harder than men. Hell no, not even close. And you are living in your little fantasy world if you think otherwise. Women in the United States, more particularly white women, are the most privileged group, in my opinion, in recent history. I will say in all history. Like, they are so privileged right now. They can literally shank a man in front of everybody, and she'll get like, what, 6 months in jail? And she won't even serve all the 6 months. Like, she'll get on probation so quick.
Brother, let me just say this. Okay, so my last relationship ended with my last ex-girlfriend flat out trying to yeet me. And not like directly, but she came at me violently. I can tell you this, like I restrained myself forcefully from striking back at her because I knew that the police would show up and they would be dragging my ass away, even though I did literally nothing. Just because I'm the man, she's the woman.
And I tell women all the time, hey, if you truly believe that you're living in a quote-unquote patriarchy, if you truly believe that you are oppressed, let me know if for example, the domestic violence, would a man have the same privilege if he came at you with violence? Would
Right.
the man... Oh, what's up?
No, right. Like, ask a random woman on the streets today if you went up to a random dude and punched him in the jaw as hard as you could. Would you be dragged off to jail as opposed to if a random dude came up to you did the same thing?
Hell to the no. In fact, there's countless videos for the last 10 to 12 years on YouTube where there's people laughing at the guy getting abused.
Yes, exactly.
I think it could make it quite simple because they'll get up in all the denial shit if you give them those examples. I say it's like, oh, well, if it sucks that much to be a woman, why don't you just be a man?
Ah, but see, they don't want to be a man.
Well, that's the thing. But I want them to admit that.
They never will.
Because that's the thing. If they're going to be like, oh, I'm a woman, I'm so oppressed because I'm a woman, this society is so unfair to women. It's like, all right, be a man. Cut your hair, bind your chest. Like, wear men's clothes and deepen your voice. Go out, be a man.
What is a woman?
That too.
I was waiting for that.
I just had to say it because right now things are getting so progressive or so woke that women are literally going back to square one. Like, I don't think even square one. I think like negative steps. They're walking so far behind. It's not even funny. Women don't even have a concrete definition anymore. Like, how far back do you need to go that women aren't concrete defined? The fact that what's that person's name? Something Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner, won Woman of the Year, never had a period in her life. I mean, his life. Sorry, his life.
It's life.
It's his, whatever it is.
Zer
Never
life.
never gave birth, never had to deal with a period, and Caitlyn Jenner won Woman of the Year. Like, how woke do you have to be that you have literal men being awarded for being a better woman than you? Like, come on. Like, you really want to keep going? And of course, with today's society in 2022, these radical feminists, they want to keep going. And we will talk about this great tomorrow because I know that we're going to have a fucking crazy conversation about this, about the end goal of feminism.
Well, and isn't it interesting too that you'll see, okay, obviously a few years back the whole anti-abortion thing came to light. Isn't it interesting that all the feminists were saying if you don't have a uterus, if you're not a woman, you don't deserve an opinion on abortion. And then we're saying today, well, men can have abortions, men can have periods, men can get pregnant.
Yeah, here's the pregnant man emoji. It's proof.
It's like, oh well.
And there's people in power. There's people in power.
This is why they call it clown world. It's like they can't keep anything consistent. Nothing is consistent anymore.
Nothing, man. It is downright ridiculous. But hey, Dex, do you have anything else to say to the chat about this particular topic or anything else?
For tonight, nothing else, man. I'm a little drunk. I apologize if I was slurring my words earlier. Had a tough day at work earlier today, man. I got promoted, so that's the good news.
Hey!
Congratulations.
Thank you. I've been sipping back on some whiskey tonight, so I'm a little fucking drunk, but
hey, it's all good, man. I'm buzzed too.
My man, but
I'm buzzing like a motherfucker, right? I'm having a great time with this conversation, and I might or might not have this stream yeeted by Susan because we definitely talked about shit we shouldn't be talking about. But I don't give a fuck. Okay, it needs to be said. So
it does, and for all the ears listening, hey fellas, we're all together in this. And if you're listening to me speaking my random bullshit right now, stay strong, please. Just stay strong, stay red pilled. If you want to donate to your boy Sir Yeetus, the link is in the fucking description, motherfuckers. Donate to him like I have.
Hey, thank you very much for the plug, man. And once again, if you guys believe that this channel is worth your investment, any donation is appreciated. Everybody say congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah. Yeah, you got that pay raise and that position. It should be a good day for you today. Like, it's crazy that you got stressed out.
And here's to hoping that nobody that hears this right now will dox me and make me lose that position.
Yeah, don't say anything that will give anything up, man. Don't say anything.
Yeah, no, nobody knows. Nobody knows shit.
Okay, cool. But definitely enjoy the whiskey, man. And are you in my Discord yet or not yet?
I am not actually. If you want to post the link,
I will post it at the end of the stream, guaranteed.
Okay, yeah, no, for sure, I'll join it.
All right, man. But thank you for joining, and definitely. Wait, hold up. What kind of whiskey are you drinking?
This is cheap Irish whiskey. It's called Tullamore Dew.
By the way, I found something new for you to use. Mal reminded me of it, so just check that. Just check that scene, like the next 30 seconds or so of it.
All right, I will. And Dex, before you go to sleep, depending on how far you're gonna go, make sure you stay hydrated. Drink some Gatorade or water or Pedialyte. Drink some. The hangover will be a lot easier to think. I'm just from my experience.
Oh yeah, no, dude, I'm a Scotsman myself. I've been drinking for the last 10 years. I know how to keep it. I know how to keep it sane.
All right, man. Hey, I can't wait. I've never been there before, but I definitely would love to go to Scotland one day. I'm sure they will look at me all weird because I'm probably the only black guy there, but it'll be a good time.
Yeah, man, for sure.
But have a good night, man, and Puniti.
Puniti, brother.
Check your Cash App. You just think you got another dono.
Yes, I just saw it just now. And yes, Alec, I did receive your donation on Cash App. You are very consistent as well with the donation. You and Dex, you guys are definitely a big help. Okay, because a lot of this shit, don't get me wrong, I'm getting it for free, right? Like Gray, he's helped me with all the backgrounds and the thumbnails, and if the Gecko Ninja, if he feels generous, I'll get something out of pocket. But if I want something that's actually serious, which I will soon, because Hammerhead, he's the one that showed me various intros that I can purchase. You guys are gonna be seeing new intros very soon. Yeah. I have to make things different between my channel and Yeetus News, so definitely stand by for that one. I'm not going to change the intro to my streams and shit because you guys love my intros. Unless somebody comes in here to complain. Wait, what the fuck? Hold up. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm going to add the one, the only Cyrus McCormick. What's going on, man?
What's happening, Yeetus? How you doing, pal?
Oh, I'm doing amazing, Yeet.
Haven't seen you or heard talk to you in a while. Gray, hi,
Yo.
buddy. You know,
Hey.
you don't have to block out those nips. I know what's behind that black little dot
Well, I got some more advanced AI stuff now, so capabilities might get even better. I haven't seen how far it can go yet.
Well, I'm here to test the limits, of course.
Oh, God. But, Cyrus, what is your perspective on what we talked about today, especially with the topic? They know, they just don't care.
Well, I'm definitely terrified of women to begin with. Like, it's very scary for me to even just see them around the corner, so I avoid them at all costs. They know, they just don't care. Well, yeah, they have it good. They're all high and mighty. Shit. I wasn't prepared for these hardball questions quickly. What my card say?
What?
So it has effects of my life as more of a hermit, to be honest. I go to work and then I don't go to parties. I don't go to do anything because I know the risks are involved. I've always been a target growing up. I've kind of shunned myself away. I guess instinctively became monk. Seeing everyone suffer around is heartbreaking, to be honest. Watching all this power abuse that's been going on with them. Yeah, it kind of solidified my stance of just being like, no, I'm good. Stay away. I'm scared.
I completely agree because once again, there's more and more evidence popping up every day. There's one channel that I can just reference you guys, which I will soon, where all of his videos, which is mainly shorts, literally proves why you should not sign a marriage contract. Why would you sign a contract where the person that breaks it gets rewarded?
Yeah. Though, you know what? I got a bit of good news. Like, it was actually probably the best thing that happened today. So, ran into a new coworker. We've been at different stations for a while, but worked together on this current site. He gets it. Like, he legit understands. Yeah, don't bother with Western women. Don't marry in the West. If you need to get your release, catch a trip to the Philippines. Like, he got it.
You know what I kind of don't understand is the people who come after this group here and say, "Oh, you're abandoning women to their own cause." I'm like, I look at the men who do that, and I'm like, dude, that means there's more for you. It's all for you. All these women, all these 304s. It's a paradise for you. Enjoy.
Well, Cyrus. On top of that, you like this is where I laugh at them because I'm like, there's countless videos, especially the videos that I showed everybody tonight. Women are saying that men are only good for going to war and dying. And this particular video just said that she will murder a man And then they would turn around and become so shocked and confused that they're going overseas with the passport bros.
You mean Miss Cringe-topia that was in her car saying she's gonna kill a guy that's like 6 feet for your muscle?
Yeah.
I want to pay
Yeah.
to see that pay-per-view.
That's
Bare
what I'm
knuckle
saying,
fight
like-
in the ring. I want to see that shit happen because that's gonna be the best entertainment I've ever seen. in my
But
life.
how are you going to be so surprised that men are going overseas when the women that are back in their home state saying that I will murder you if you look at me?
The chaos is exciting. Anything like any little bit of sort of feeling that they get is going to be like this crack cocaine, and they have to do more to get it. I think Gray put it perfectly when it comes to like emotions are like drugs to them. And like now imagine like it's not even fentanyl, it's super fentanyl meth part 2.0. And
I
it's,
know,
Now-
man.
you know,
Although here's the thing, I do want to address Cyrus because Ubermensch actually doubled down on like, why do men get upset when other men stop pursuing women? Like, well, because here's the thing.
PUAs.
Well, no, that's the thing. But like even like the non-PUAs, just like your average simps, like why are they upset at the passport bros?
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you can't take their daughter away from them and they're stuck with the financial responsibility.
Or
for
maybe
the most
it's
part.
like they're just doing whatever the woman's telling them to do for them because they're simps.
Well-
they're
Well, not just that. I'm talking about their
wild.
like. I'm talking about their like hypothetically their daughter, right? Because they want their daughter to get married and all that shit. Because once you give your daughter away to the husband is financially responsible. The dad's not responsible anymore. And now when more and more men are just going overseas and going to get these foreign women and shit, the men are stuck with not only their daughters, but what if the daughters wanted to sleep with Chad and Tyrone and become pregnant? Now they're stuck with a single mother that's in her 30s in their house for free.
Well, no, but here's the real reason why I think they're upset.
What's
Because
up?
these people have defined themselves by the pursuit of punity. And they believe that makes them fit in, that makes them normal. So then when they encounter someone who challenges it, it is a threat to their very identity.
Any threat against the status quo is going to cause them to have a brain aneurysm and attack the nearest thing that is challenging that because it's scary.
But that's the thing. But it's not the status quo of society. It is their status quo. It's the same reason that trans people only like to hang out around other trans people and have this very tight insular community.
Oh,
Because
speaking of
to-
Thomas the Train Engine, listen, I saw a guy at my local Target, and he was like 6'4", dressed in a dress and makeup and the whole 10 yards, being paraded by a group of women. For a split second, my mind pictured a leash on him being dragged around. So it's like this sick, like ogre, like pet that they were using to get brownie points. It made me really mad.
Well, great. I have a question though. How does these men lose identity when other men go overseas?
Well, it's because now they are because they feel invalidated. Because now it's like, yes, the men that are sticking around and dealing with all these, it's like the ones that got the hokey pokey. Seeing people who refused the hokey pokey, refused all the stress on them, and they're just fine, if not doing better than them. Well, they are so pissed. And they want those people to get the hokey pokey. They need those people to get the hokey pokey because they got the hokey pokey.
Okay, I see what you're saying now. Okay.
Yeah.
If you're not part of the group, then you're against this sort of mentality.
Precisely. Like, they can't do live and let live, especially, like, think about how torturous it is to date and marry a Western woman in this day and age.
It's
I
a
don't even wanna
never-ending
know.
hell.
And then,
Never wanted-
and if you see another man who's like, I'm getting laid more than you, and I'm perfectly happy, and I don't got a ball and chain, I don't got to call in every break at work to check in and make sure how everything's going. Like, no, I just get to go out and chill.
It's not
And you
even-
know-
They hate that because they were like, well, what did I suffer for if I'm not doing better than you who hasn't had to suffer like me? Like, because you're stupid.
Hey.
You value pussy more than anything else on this planet. You got what you wanted. The monkey's paw finger went down one when you asked for that.
Yep.
But hey, Chad, this shit has been happening for over 100 years, 120 years to be exact. Once I find this document again, I will post it on my community tab. This shit is not new. They've always hated bachelors, always. And
It's
this is
freedom.
only from over 100 years. I heard the hatred, the earliest records is from the medieval age. Earliest records where men that just say, hey, I'm just gonna do me, I'm gonna do whatever I want, blah blah. They were completely judged 24/7. Like, something's wrong with you as a man if you didn't put a ring on the woman and have babies and blah blah. That's been happening for a long time. And once again, this is like documented records. I don't know if it happened in like ancient times and shit, which it probably did. But when it comes to around the 12th century and onward, there's always been a hate for bachelors. There's been different words for bachelors, but there's always been a hate of why isn't this man trying to create a family, right? Because back then, at least, it was about survival. It really was about survival.
Well, I wouldn't say
And-
just survival, but like loyalty too. I mean, if you're keen, it doesn't give you a family or a wife, virgin bride, to a guy who's being a bachelor. You know, what's his loyalty really to?
Well, if a man once again, like if a man like, hey, I don't want no kids, I don't want a wife, and especially back then, they're very religious as well. It's bachelors has been taking the heat for the longest time, gentlemen. Like, we should definitely try to get some type of historic perspective on bachelors. That's what we should do. I don't think there is something out there yet.
I can look into it. Like, I've been picking up a bunch of like older books on older texts and whatnot, like older looks at religion. So I'll see if I can find anything on ancient bachelors.
Yeah, that would be very interesting to look back and see exactly the certain times and how the progression in every time frame, like let's say the medieval times to industrial revolution and the early 19th century, sort of like interactions bachelors had in the society parts. For the most part, most men would reproduce with the guaranteed virgin women they would get. So,
but I know they talk mad shit about men in the early 20th century. Like there's clear like the one that I was talking about. There's clear documented proof women do not like bachelors. Like men is one thing, right? Because they talk shit about men in general. But when they went to the single men that chooses not to marry or have kids, oh man, they go in on those type of groups. Like, gentlemen, there's a reason why they try to shame you to oblivion to put a ring on a woman. There's I wouldn't say reason. There's a biological reason on why they shame you to oblivion. Because once again, if all these men are just walking away left and right, up and down, do you really think that society is able to truly function?
Well, no, the hard working men are gone. The simps will try to fill in, but they don't like hard work.
Agreed. I think Terrence Pop was talking about today. There was some type of protest when it comes to like a railroad strike or something like that. Majority is men. So, and it happened before, right? Once in France and once in, I think, in New York. Once men did some type of protests about like minimum wage or something, the entire transportation system shut down. Nobody was able to get anywhere. And then the powers to be shut down immediately, because the fact that these group of men were able to shut down the entire transportation system. Come on, gentlemen. Come on.
Yeah, you kind of need that to get around. It's kind of like, important.
Yeah. No, it was actually funny. was talking with a guy on a different crew today, and he'd apparently gotten back from 2 weeks off, and he was like, after 2 weeks, I kind of don't want to work anymore. But I'm like, yeah, well, you got to work to have money, and really, we should be thankful, because if we have to work to have money, then the guys who provide gas and electricity have to work to have money, and we don't want to pay them to stay at home, because that'd be bad for us.
Right. And I'm gonna be that guy, right? Because then when they, hey, you need to go work a job that makes you happy, blah, blah. In my opinion, you need to go for a job that you're good at. In my opinion.
No, straight up. I looked into this specifically, and if someone goes into a job thinking that the job itself is going to make them happy, they usually end up miserable and disillusioned because they expect something to happen when they get there, and then it doesn't. Whereas the people who've found the happiness in their jobs, it's a job that, like, the work itself is not what makes them happy, but it's that the job fills their needs. It allows them to do what they want and gives them the freedom on top of that. It's usually something that they just get really good at and acquire a high position in.
Yeah, it's like Disney syndrome every time. It's like, it is a job. I can see myself doing my job that I do forever, because it's fulfillment. I feel fulfilled. I am doing a basic blue collar job, cutting and butchering meat. I like it. I love being covered in blood every day. It fulfills me. Okay,
but
anyway,
hey,
getting off track.
No, I'm serious. I'm gonna be that guy. Yeah, man or woman, don't be at a job that you're gonna be completely fucking miserable at. That I agree. If you truly do not enjoy this job, and if you continue to work at this job, it's not gonna end well.
Here's a good example on that. Sorry, Edis. I was just thinking of the movie Robots. Remember that from 2009 with Rodney and what was it? Robin Williams with the red robot. Everyone looks at that movie that I've talked to, and they're like, they all think they're the blue robot who goes off to Big Weld and become this famous inventor. And it's like, look at the dad in that movie. He was content working his shitty job to provide for his son, and he had fulfillment in that for the longest time. And people miss the mark on that not everyone's going to be that main character. That's like a less than percentage chance.
Huh. When you realize you're the side character?
Yeah, basically. What'd you think this was? My Hero Academia? You're going to be a Deku with the big eyes? Ugh. I don't know. The more I see and relate to a lot of people coming through a lot of job sites, people always have this idea of like, I'm the star, and it's like Disney. It's literally down to a T of like a Pixar film or a Disney film, and then they get burnt out after 2 weeks. Be like, this isn't what I love to do. And
well, thank you that I've grown a bit older, right? Because I'm just trying to get this money. I don't give a fuck if I'm the star or not.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's nobody's growing the fuck up. Nobody's grown up because they've been allowed to stay as children, because if the children leave, the single mothers are all alone and there's nobody there. So we've had these perpetual man children coming up. And I don't necessarily blame the man children who, realize the cycle they're in, and they try to make something of themselves. That's always a good story. It's always something we root for. It's the men that like stay with the Nintendo Switches and get those stupid Funko Pops that I want to just take a to, and just, those are the majority of men that I come across more often than not. Oh, hello.
Well, and that's that's the thing. That's. Oh yeah. Can you not hear us? Or
okay. Yeah. You guys all. Okay, I'm back. Sweet.
Yeah, Yeet might be muted, but I don't know. That's the thing. So many of them, they don't have to, because keep in mind, like, they are handheld. Most of them, like, they start off as infants. Then by the age of 5, they're in state-run daycare for the next 13 years. And then that shuffles them right into post-secondary, which is another, like, 2, 4, maybe 8 years of additional state-funded daycare, only now you're going into massive debt. And then they end up at some kind of company like fucking Twitter, or well, Twitter as it used to be, or LinkedIn, which is just more fucking daycare. Like they don't get out of daycare until they're at the very least in their 30s.
Yeah, and that's all by design. We're all soon to come to fruition. You're raising NPCs to be background characters who whine when they don't get what they want.
I agree.
It's like, that's a perfect army, actually, if you think about it. That's genius. Oh, God, it scares me. Oh.
Which is why they get pissed at channels like ours when we say, hey, definitely go and homeschool your children, because right now they're definitely, because once again, let's keep it real. The alphabet community cannot procreate. So who are they going to go after? Yours.
Well, joke's on you. I don't have any. My balls are with me. This is my jizz. Nobody gets it.
True, but you guys get where I'm coming from.
No touchy.
You get where I'm coming from.
No, I do. And I was actually homeschooled until middle school. And so I got to see, like, it's so weird the way I grew up. I had that sort of homeschooling and conservative values teaching, and now it's like you go to school and it's the exact opposite of what they're trying to do. And I realized that, and that's why I made an enemy of myself in the Mormon state of Utah. Oof, they don't like me here very much.
I might move to Utah or something, right? Because I'm making mad money here, and then eventually, hopefully when I'm in my 40s, I can buy a big old house over there.
No, don't do it.
Why not?
They're gonna come up and they're gonna be like, "Hey, do you want to join the stake?" And they're gonna promise you barbecue, but actually the stake is just like a huge gathering of Mormons. There's no stake there, so I was mad about that. First off,
then I'm gonna throw hands. I'm gonna throw hands at that point.
Yeah, they promised me steak. I was like in middle school, and I was like going to school there, and they did that to me. I got so mad at him. He didn't understand what I was like,
I got so mad.
Yeah, I was hungry all the time, man.
Where's the steak?
I was growing up in the middle school where Michelle Obama was like, "You get a piece of broccoli and some fingered bacon for me."
I remember that.
Delicious.
I was pissed off. Oh man, I was pissed off.
If you're seriously considering Utah, the one things you're gonna look out for are the rectangle heads. So these guys are Mormons who are very salesman-like. They try to sell you Mormonism, like it's.
I've known a couple Mormons in the military.
Oh,
like it's crazy. Like they left the military because they had to go on a mission and all that stuff. I'm like, what? Like, oh, is that serious? Like,
yeah. Yeah, fucking. They are grown up in the church, and everyone's in the church except for me. I told them their religion was gay. Anyway, I mean, come on. A guy sticks his head into a hat and deciphers gold plates with a guy writing it down. Oh, come on. The guy was a... Anyway.
Wait. So was it the Mormon chicks or the Amish, or was it the Amish chicks that actually practice like traditionalism?
Okay, so you have two sects of Mormonism. You have Brigham Young and you have Joseph Smith followers. Brigham Young is the one who kind of made Utah into a Mormon state. Basically, he's kind of like it's what BYU is Brigham Young University. It's a big deal over here. He's like the second prophet after Joseph Smith and helped lead the Mormons to colonize Utah. Basically, Joseph Smith was the founder and starter of it, and they have conservative values. He was visited by Jesus, Bubsy 3D, and the Holy Spirit, and they told him to start, decipher these missing golden tablets that were buried here in America that were about the Romans, and it gets weird. Basically, they're fake conservatives who practice polygamy, and they've been persecuted.
Okay, so what about Amish? You know anything about Amish?
No, that's on like East Coast.
Okay, because I heard that Amish is one of the last people that truly has, traditional values. Like the women there, they have no idea about the current events, like social media and shit. They have no idea what the fuck is going on. I'm like, you know what? That's my ideal girl right there.
Okay. Did Chronic did you ever hear his live stream talking about the soaking? I told him.
Wait, hold up. Wait. Wait, hold up. Great, that was fucking terrifying. You literally exploded my
just
headphones.
haunted this screen.
What the fuck was that, bro?
Do you
So
know
what-
what soaking
what was
is,
it,
Yeetus?
So Chronic didn't know what the word was, and I had to tell him because
I remember, like, there was a thing for, like, sorry, like, I watched catch a bunch of VTuber clips, and for a solid week, this one VTuber kept trolling all the other ones by calling up and asking them, "Do you know what soaking is?" And then she told them what soaking was.
Can you
This is
say
a
this
real
on?
thing,
Can
by
you
the
say it
way.
on YouTube?
Once again, but I can censor myself a bit if you want.
Yeah, it's got to be somewhat censored because it is technically not safe for work.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this in a little bit of a story here. Okay, you have John Mormon Smith and you have Sally Mormon Jones. They love each other very much, but sex is a no-go. Can't do it. Naughty, naughty, naughty. So their idea of getting around it, instead of doing the traditional back door like every sane, rational human being does around the world, they want to be unique about this. So the man's like, yes, I don't want to do it though, but so we're gonna find a little thing around here. I'm gonna get my friend Kelly, man, guy, to come over here on the bed. Now, me and the Sally are gonna get, we're gonna get stripper clothes and all that, and I'm gonna have her lay down. I'm going to
Okay.
get on top of her. I'm going to go in, but I'm not going to move. I'm going to have my bed rock the boat or rock the bed for me and create the motion until it's done.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Hey. What?
That way we
Yep.
don't actually have sex and it's all right with God.
How does that even work? Okay.
You just,
Wait.
just take your time.
You just put it in and let it soak.
Mm-hmm. While your friend over on the side's like staring at you in the eyes, making eye contact the entire time. Ready
Wait,
to
on some
start going
Cook
on your
Murphy shit?
this.
Yep.
Yeah, in a way.
Oh hell no! No. Okay. Oh hell no! I'm trying to. Nah, if it gets to that point, I'm trying to pound that pootie. What the fuck?
But you'll get in trouble.
Hell
with God,
no.
Yeetus. You can't-
And that's why you're going to hell. Good
Yep,
thing you
I'm
got the
sorry.
flaming
Actually-
throne already for you.
I'd rather go to hell at that point.
You'll probably end up in like the third heaven. Apparently, there's 7 heavens in Mormonism.
Third heaven? Oh, it's alright. Like it's
Like,
even
look,
number kind
You
of.
didn't do the soaking, so you have instead of 4th, it's 3rd. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to check your bags here.
Wait. So the friend is the one that helps you, or
Yeah, he rocks the bed, like shakes it, jumps up and down.
What
on it.
the fuck? Okay.
This is
Okay.
real. I live here. I've lived here
Okay.
since I was 13. I've been
What?
trying to get out of this hellhole ever since.
What the
You're gonna be
what the fuck?
You're gonna be seeing this shit all the time here. I'm like, do not come to Utah.
I'm not
Don't.
coming anymore. Like
Yeah.
I'm not. Pause.
I'm gonna
but
hit up Yeetus and be like, hey man, you want to soak some bitches?
I'm not going to. Mormons are fucking weird at this point now.
You're
Nah,
telling
fuck that.
me. There's a
Fuck
whole
that,
lot
bro.
of issues with them. I could go on all day about
Yes,
them.
and I'm saying this me, sturdy you this my own voice. Mormons are fucking weird for that shit. How you just gonna go in there and just stay there? Like, yeah, like, no. I'm trying to dig in them guts. What the fuck?
Well, hey, technically, so long as you can get everything you need on the one insertion, you could technically dig the guts, but you only get one thrust to do it.
If you get her pregnant, you just name the kid after the guy that helped you. You know that'd be a nice thing.
What?
And you be sure to return the favor when he needs to soak too.
We're
Okay,
soaking
okay.
bros. Call me Mario Sunshine, man.
Okay, we get ridiculous. We get ridiculous. Cyrus, what is your final say about the topic today to the chat?
Okay.
About
dating
they know,
women.
but they just don't care.
Okay. They know, they just don't care. Cool. Like seriously, at the end of the day, yeah, I already knew that. I knew they couldn't see me as a human being. Couldn't see any man around them as a human being. They didn't see their own father as a human being if they ever met him. Of course, they will have that perception of everyone. It's good to be private. It's good to be alone. It clears your mind, your heart, your soul. So they can say, all this. They'll be aware of it. They're not stupid. None of them are stupid. Everyone has a conscience. I refuse to believe that women aren't human. I just think they're very evil.
Now, keep in mind, technically, I think it's statistically 1 in 100 people are genetically sociopaths. I think it's like 1% or so. So, not sociopaths, psychopaths.
Apparently,
it seems like a kind of
woman I've talked to, every man's a psychopath, sociopath.
Well, that's because that's the only men that they see. They aren't aware of any man who has compassion or feelings.
Of course not. They've been bred this way. Drastic changes and end of the world scenario is only going to reverse it back. So hang in tight, lads. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Make sure you got your soaking buddies.
I know it's unfortunate that we had to be born at this certain age, this certain time, but
I mean,
it is what it is. It could be. We could have been born in the Ice Age.
Or Chinese.
Yeah, true. We could have been born Chinese right about now.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
So it's that being Chinese.
That's enough, okay? Who do you think Susan gets paid for? Anyway.
Hi, Jenny the Pooh.
Oh, God.
Wait, no. I know how we can protect ourselves from the Chinese. Tiananmen Square actually happened. Okay, we're safe.
1987, Tiananmen Square.
We're clear. Chinese can't watch this stream anymore.
Point,
y'all getting way too base at this point. Way too base. But Cyrus, thank you very much for joining, man. And I will have a stream tomorrow. And if Gray has time to join, he would definitely join.
I'd like to join too if you guys have room, but if not, I'd love to listen to you. I just love hearing Gray's voice marinate my ears.
Well, Gray Ghost, see, that's the thing, people, they got annoyed about the white noise in the background, but I'm saying, hey, what the fuck can I do? Like, he has a whole...
He lives in Canada. Of course there's going to be white noise.
He has a whole train engine as a computer fucking... I don't know what it is.
Runs on diesel.
He runs on diesel.
No, but, hey, Gray, I want to play Sea of Thieves with you whenever we want to do that.
Play what? What game?
Oh, Sea of
Thieves.
Oh, Sea of Thieves. Oh, speaking of that, I'll talk to you about that later, Gray.
Nice.
Before I head out, I actually been doing live streams myself on my channel. It's just basic art stuff, but I do bring up topics and here and there. So I always try to give credit to the Warband.
Much appreciated, Cyrus. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple screws loose, but I try to make it entertaining. I think I'll be banned in like a year or two, or no, tomorrow probably. Yeah.
Well, this is my 5th channel, so I know Chronic. He got me beat, but I know how it feels.
World record of banned channels goes to Chronic.
He doesn't give up. I respect him for that. He doesn't. He's like, you think I'm gone? I'm gonna rise like a phoenix.
A lot of people like to say, like, hey, he's not really a tough guy, or he's not really a strong. I can hear the muscle fibers in his voice, and he probably is made out of titanium.
Let's just say
you can probably grind the meat that I make on him.
Let's just say that he is the epitome of Chad.
Yeah, I fucking believe it.
Like him and Ribby. People really think that there's some incel living in mom's basement. See, that's insecurities. Because I'm telling you right now, based on the knowledge that I know, they're definitely the definition of Chad. And Ribby himself, he proved it on multiple occasions. He had mad bitches on his stream.
Yeah, and
mad at him?
No, like mad hot.
Oh, okay, that kind of terminology.
Yes, that terminology.
My brain with their normalism. Get me out of here.
But in all seriousness, he had Ruby on a consistent basis. Always had women at his place. Chronic, depending on what he sends, let's just say that Chronic is the pussy slayer. Okay, you guys cannot comprehend on the information that the Warband has. That's the reason why I have mad respect for Chronic, right?
Hell yeah.
Once again, me and Chronic, we don't have to see eye to eye and everything. But at the end of the day, he definitely says what he means and means what he says.
Right on.
You know, not like these POAs and these fucking grifters out here.
Yeah,
Their
no,
own
that's-
friends, they're tearing each other apart right now.
Yeah, there's no loyalty among simps. Neither is there among thieves. That's how I see POAs, a bunch of thieves.
None. Like me and the Chronic. Once again, I made my decision to go my own way. It could have easily been a fucking war between me and Chronic, easily.
You know,
But
after
that's the thing. Well, what's up?
sorry, I keep like popping up, but I was just gonna say like, after my fiance left me, I typed into Google like, why do women hate me? You know, and then all these POAs popped up, and I was like, look, I don't want sex. I don't. It scares the hell out of me, and I have to be like really close to someone to even try that. So I'm not made for the pump and dump, not my thing. And then after I started going through all the POAs, Chronic popped up. And I was like, I saw this guy before, but didn't he have a different number before his name or after it? And then that's how I got to you guys.
He's on his 14th channel, I think it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, 14th, and he's got the 15th as the backup still.
Yeah,
Right,
he might need to
so-
make a 16th just in case they think ahead.
That's what I'm saying. There's a difference between the Warband and all these other groups that are trying to get together this manosphere. I don't even consider the Warband part of the manosphere, but you get what I'm talking about. We're able to discuss our disagreements, and whatever we want to do, we're gonna do. And there's no bad blood. There's none of that shit, right? You see me on Chronic stream all the time, or Chronic's videos. You know, but of course there's that one or two people in the crowd like, oh, you Brute motherfucker, you know, and Chronic and Caesar, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, me and
nice fantasy, pal.
Right,
Way
me
to
and Chronic, we're
jack.
cool as fuck. We're cool. Like, what are you talking about? Like, we're great.
What, we can't just go do our own things and still be friends? No, it's gotta be like this. The TMZ zooming in on Yeetus's face and Chronic, they were best friends. What the hell happened? Well, I heard Yeetus took his dick out and Chronic didn't like that. Whoa!
I'm just saying that if I was truly not welcome to the Warband, Grey Ghost would not be on my stream.
No, as far as
You know what I'm saying?
concerned,
Like,
yeah.
they once again, the Warband is the Warband for a reason. If I wasn't cool with Chronic and all that shit, nobody from the Warband would not be on my stream right now. So that's a lot of people tend to miss. You know, they just see, oh, Grey Ghost is Grey Ghost, blah blah blah. No, Grey Ghost is part of the Warband, and
Yeah,
he
I
will
didn't
not
even
be on
notice he
here.
left, to
if-
be honest.
See, that's what I'm talking about, Cyrus. No, a lot of people, they didn't even notice that I decided to go do my own thing.
How
But
dare
Chronic
you.
a couple of streams ago said I'm pretty much like adjacent. I'm a close collaborator to the Warband, which is true. It's true. I hopped on the stream like I think a week ago.
Weren't you on a Ribby stream too? Like a week ago too? You were like that guy that came
No.
on who's like, you're an incel to Ribby?
No, that wasn't me. That was that had to be somebody else because I haven't been on Ribby's stream in a while.
Oh, it must have been a clip then that he uploaded.
Oh, probably clip.
Because
yeah.
there was a guy saying like that face he had. He's like, yeah, you incel. And Ribby brought the hot chick he had on.
I know you're talking about that fucking pudgy fat fuck. I know who you're talking about.
You know,
But
yeah.
oh, what's up? Sorry.
No, I was gonna say you should just default dance like in Fortnite at them, and just default dance the haters away.
See, See, that's the thing. I don't really play Fortnite, so I'm pretty much a boomer at this point. You know,
It is
what
less
Fortnite
of a
dance?
game, and it's more of a freaking ad. All for every games. The Fortnite's so absurd. I could play as Goku with an AK and blast Naruto in the face. This is the best game I've ever fucking played in my life. Now they put the Doom Slayer in just now. I'm like, Oh my god, I can kill Rick and Morty at the same time as freaking
But
Dooku.
Lego, he says we had one wanted thirsty chameleon through the forest lusting our contact. Yeah, it's only going to get worse. We called this years ago. We definitely called this years ago. And right now, especially when shit's about to hit the fan, expect a shit ton more women coming to our space. It's inevitable. It's inevitable.
That profile picture was awesome. I love it.
It's gonna happen, man. Because once again, the unwanted women is gonna try to go after the unwanted men. Right? Yeah, there's a select few of women that actually are attractive, but overall, majority of them will be average women trying to grab on to any man as possible, right? So they assume that the manosphere is just nothing but, leftover men that they can just, pick off like some goddamn, apple tree or something. Like, oh, okay, nobody wants you, I'm gonna take you. It's gonna be a rude awakening for them because
they don't realize, that we're not the simps that they think we are. We don't value their vagina as much as they think we do.
Agreed. And people, they got on my case today because Revan, thank you very much for mentioning this. He said, what about pearly necklace? I mean, pearly things. I got attacked per se because I said that pearly things is pretty much a genius for going to a black dominated space because pearly things, she is average at best, like 5 at best. I'll say 4 or 5 at best with like makeup and shit. And she knows that. But she also knows that there will be a shit ton of black men sipping like a motherfucker over her because we're sick of our own black women, right? So they see this snow bunny. It's like, oh my God, she is the holy grail of all these women. Oh my God, she's speaking our language. She knows what she's doing. That's why she's growing so much. Go look at her podcast, gentlemen. Go look at her podcast, Just Pearly Things. Majority of her guests are black.
Actually, she started popping up like on my feed and recommended, and I'm like, who's this spider looking ass woman? And she does look like a spider, like with those long lanky arms reaching through the TV trying to grab at you and be like, please be my simp, I need more simp blood.
She is tall as shit. She is tall. I'm like, goddamn.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, gentlemen, you gotta think to yourselves, and we definitely said this last stream. What purpose does a woman have going to a male-dominated space? I repeat, what purpose does a woman have going to a male-dominated space? Think about it. Think about it. Because right now in society today, they have anything that they can ever want right now. Right? They're feminists, they're strong, independent, don't need a man. The future is female. So if that's the case, why are they wasting their time? They have countless outlets for females, like the media, social media, fucking like anything. Women can speak their minds anywhere and nothing's going to happen to them. So why are they coming to our spaces to speak their mind? Think about it.
Something really to think about. Hey, yes, before I head out, I wanted to actually go back to a point I made earlier and I lost track because I was ranting about Mormons. The mission thing that you were talking about. You said you met some Mormons who go on their missions.
Oh, yeah. I question about the dinosaurs. Give me a second. Continue. I'll be right back.
Okay. So basically, Mormons grow up in the church. They have a whole bunch of influence and people as a community. It looks great on the outside, but being inside it and seeing it behind the scenes, there's a lot of crap that goes on that, would make feminists blush about the kind of abuse that goes on in there. And when they get to a certain age, around 17, 18-ish, depending, the males typically leave to go spread the word of Mormonism throughout anywhere, basically. Hell, some stay here in Utah, basically, and they'll spread the word of Mormonism to apparently any other Mormon who didn't get the fucking message. So they go off usually to Brazil, South America, Chile. I've met a few coming from China, the islands. They accepted the Polynesians and Tongans actually to come here to Utah and set up camp. So I grew up in high school with a lot of Tongans who were doing their missions in Utah from their islands. And the men grow and they get back around 20 years old, 21 if they want to commit for another year. And by that time, they're starting college and they're like, well, I need a family now. Either they're fucking all out in the other, islands and stuff and shit like that. They're fucking with women there. Or they get back and immediately get a 3 or 4 because the women who stay here, the men who aren't Mormons, who don't follow this BS, get to have all the vagina they want. It's crazy because they don't have the Mormon men around at that time of 18, 19, or 20. And so these women who stay here, who don't go on their missions, they just get with all the bad boys again, impregnated as fast as they can. And then by the time the Mormon simps come back, they're, I need a family. And the mother's like, well, I've had my fun as fast as I could. And I want a Mormon man and I'm still Mormon. And, this child probably isn't mine. And I'm not a virgin anymore, but, we'll do the whole soaking thing. It is a cycle of bullshit. It is bullshit.
Honestly, I'm not surprised because with my experience, the religious women are the most freakiest.
Oh yeah, my ex-fiance.
They hide behind religion.
Don't make me do it. No,
I'm serious. They hide behind religion to master. What's up?
That makes it more taboo. It makes it more exciting.
Pretty much, I agree. But once they go on that I'm a born again virgin shit, leave. Nah, I ain't trying to do that shit. Fuck out of here. But
yes, and I've never jacked off.
But Cyrus, thank you very much for joining, and I will definitely be on tomorrow. It's going to be a good conversation, in my opinion, but hopefully you'll be able to be in the chat, bro, because I want to see what you got to say.
Yeah, I usually put you guys on when I'm animating stuff, so yeah, I'd love to pop in every now and then. And great, it's good to hear from you, man. And you too, Yida. It's been a while. Thanks for having me on. Y'all take care.
You too.
No problem, man. Poonie T. Do you have any closing thoughts, Gray? Because I know you gotta do your thing right now.
I guess the closing thought is anytime a man wants to protect a woman from accountability, see how willing he is to take the fall for her.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, anytime you if a woman starts fucking around, and you start holding her accountable, and a man goes, "Hey, buddy, you can't talk to her like that." Turn your abuse on him. Just be like, "All right, well then I'll bitch at you then if you're going to take the fall for her," and see how long he lasts.
Okay, I see what you're saying. If he wanted to intervene for her, then he should be able to take the smoke too.
Precisely.
Okay, I completely agree.
You don't get to say that you're taking a bullet for somebody and then not actually take the bullet.
Agreed. That's why a good amount of simps, they tend to lose their lives because they honestly believe that they wouldn't have to deal with the smoke. Like when they try to intervene with a couple, fighting or whatever.
Yeah, no, they're trusting that this calming rationality, oh hey guys, can't we all just get along, is going to just de-escalate. They're not expecting themselves to suddenly start getting the smoke. And pain is the only way to learn. You make enough examples out of the simps, eventually they'll start realizing, oh hey, there's actually consequences to defending a woman. I don't get to just get off scot-free. And keep in mind, this works out for you too. Because if you're
Right.
holding a woman accountable as a man, well, it's a man versus woman thing. Like, you're attracting trouble. But if a man comes in and you start going on him, it's a man v man. No one gives a shit.
Agreed. And they're definitely less keen to interfere. Because if it's a man versus man, the how you say, I wouldn't say it's simp, but like the third party dude ain't gonna interfere if it's like a man versus man.
Yeah, like as soon as the woman is out of danger, every man aside from the one that you're dealing with is going to disengage. And they're all going to be thankful that some other man is now the one taking your smoke.
Pretty much. Pretty much, man. That's the fucked up part about the entire situation. Women know what the fuck they're doing, gentlemen. They know what the fuck they're doing. I refuse at this point in 2022, with all the information that we have in the palm of our hands, that they truly don't know what the fuck is going on, especially with their bad behavior and decisions. I refuse. There's no way. Because they literally have to go out of their way to piss somebody off and then try to come get you to fight on their behalf. They literally have to sleep with another dude, willingly lay on her back and pin a baby on you that's not even yours. That is a choice. She can't be gullible about that shit. And then especially going to the divorce and family courts, knowing her true nature, right? Because she's probably a bitch in real life, right? But in the divorce and family courts, she perceives herself as a helpless victim, as a damsel in distress. I refuse at this point on that women don't know what the fuck is going on. We need to hold them accountable more than ever, in my opinion. Because once again, they might do something stupid based on the primary decisions based on their emotions, but they're not dumb. They're not dumb. They know what the fuck they're doing. And as soon as you guys realize that, as soon as you guys realize that they are fully aware of their actions and decisions, things will definitely get even more clearer. On anything that I taught you guys so far, or anything that I spoke on when it comes to Red Pill, the one thing right now that you guys didn't understand, at least in my opinion, I believe 99% of them know what is happening in society and they don't give a fuck. Because they're the ones that are benefiting from this gynocentric system. But as soon as nukes are starting flying left and right, up and down, zigzag and all that shit, all of a sudden they're not feminists anymore. I'm sure you guys saw my community posts. You saw the memes that I put up there. I put up 3 different posts from Twitter of women saying that if World War III broke out officially, they're not feminists anymore. What in the actual fuck is that? It's like saying that if World War III broke out, men from all races, age, creed, whatever it is, saying, oh, I'm not masculine anymore. I don't want to fight. Do you think that that's going to go well? No. So forgive me if I have a hard stance on modern women today. They always want to complain like, oh, why do you keep making videos on these women and blah, blah, blah. They keep giving us the ammo. They keep giving us the fucking ammo, the content. As soon as women are starting to act right when it comes to traditionalism, my channel will no longer exist. But until then, I have ammo for days. I have that cheat code. But of course, women to this day gonna act dumb, they're gonna act gullible, they're gonna act oblivious on how this misandrous behavior is affecting men on a daily basis. Like fucking hell, go look at that one channel, Abba and Preach. They just put up a video about a straight up misandrist. Just imagine if a quote unquote misogynist put up a video just fucking annihilating women left and right, treated them like they're subhuman. I'm very passionate about this, gentlemen. I'm very passionate about this. And right now, I think that is a desperation at this point when it comes to feminists and shit. It's just straight up desperation. What do you have to say about that, Gray?
No, honestly, I think you're right. Like they've backed themselves into a corner because they can't do what they need to do because it goes against the hive mind. Like it very much is a crabs in a bucket. They all want to get out, but anytime one of them tries to get out, the rest of them will turn on them and sabotage them. So the only way, and I've said this before, women, if they want to do this, if they want to actually succeed, they need to go MGTOW and cut off all other women.
I agree, but we all know that's not going to happen because they.
No, we know, But like, if there was a woman who's like, "What do I need to do to get a man?" You need to cut off every female connection you have. Pick one man, and that is your only point of contact with the world. Well, I can't do that. Then you're not going to get your perfect man.
Pretty much. I definitely agree with that one. And hold up. Bam. Dragon install, he says they all turn to housewives as soon as the bombs, I'm assuming, form. Of course. This is why I am still very agitated with simps. Because even with all the information that we have today about women on their misandrous crusade, saying that men are no good besides going to war and die, as soon as true war actually goes out there, all of a sudden, men are porn again. I just hope that men in the near future have a long memory. I really do. Because it happens, in my opinion, in multiple times in history. Women get too comfortable. They bash on the very society that's keeping them safe. Society doesn't exist no more. Then all of a sudden, they're submissive again. I believe that's the cycle at this point. What's going on, Sam? What's going on? And then IY fan says, it's a prison of their own making. But well, guess what? They're still going to blame men anyway for it. They will shoot their entire leg off for the RPG. And then they will still say, oh, it's men's fault. And then they want them to go to a position of power. They want them to have the ability to vote. Just think on that, gentlemen. Think on that. All right. Gray, you good?
I'm good, Yeet.
All right. It is your boy, Sir Eutis and Grey Ghost. Thank you guys very much for participating in the stream today. I've seen a shit ton of engagement in the chats. I appreciate that as well. Also, I appreciate anybody that donated as well. Okay? Because that's your hard-earned cash. You believe that my channel is worth it. And I'm glad that we're able to drop a shit ton of gems on you tonight. I think this was a very good, very informative stream today. Don't you agree, Gray?
I agree.
And we are out. Peace.
Peace out, everyone.